right, people, we need your support. This channel exists because you believe in our stories. We're not funded by big corporations. We're not bought by special interests. We're independent for the people, by the people. And we're here to speak the truth of our communities across the country. Every story we bring to you about injustices, about our culture, about what's really going on in our neighborhood is powered by us, and hopefully now by you. We're asking every single viewer who values what we're doing here to help us stay independent. If just a few of you would donate $2 to $5, it'll make a huge difference. It's easy. You can send support through Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. Your donation doesn't just keep the lights on, it keeps our voices strong. We're not just another YouTube channel. We're your news, we're your platform, we're your movement. So if you rock with us, if you believe in independent Latino media, drop $2, $3, or $5 today. Thank you so much for watching, supporting, and standing with us. We're just getting started. Let's grow together. And we are live. All right, everybody, you guys know what it is. It's the one and the only American CHOLO podcast, man. Broadcasting live right to you from North Hollywood, California, my home city. My name is Gil, and I am the American CHOLO. Of course, I got Chris back there on the soundboards. Mr. Chris, how we doing?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
And we got the main guy from the 702, Mr. Duende, manicomio. What's going on, homeboy?
What's cracking?
¿Cómo estás, güey? Hey, fool, I appreciate you tapping in, coming in.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
We had the schedule a few weeks back, and it works out perfect, man, because now's the time to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
I saw you on IG. You had all kind of clothes. You're packing up to come over here. So what were you doing with all that?
Yeah, that's one of the trips we took advantage of coming out here. I got a bunch of like truck clubs and car clubs in Vegas. A bunch of people that are getting involved. I mean, it's lo que se puede hacer. So for right now, we're just juntando ropa usada, shoes, backpacks, a little bit of clothes for the people who are getting deported, dog. Like a lot of them were getting deported without shoes, clothes.
Nothing. They're
just so we're just helping out as much as we can. We're trying to get involved.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. Right? We're definitely living in different times, bro. Like, you know, what do you think? I saw you out there front lining on the protests. So, you know, talk to me through the whole process of what's going on over there in Vegas.
Well, Vegas has always been a more quieter, you know, like a battlefield.
Right.
But man, I gotta give it up to LA. Like I know that things sometimes look and get fucked up, but when it comes to fighting back, like no bigger example than what you guys are doing here. So, you know, my hat's off to everybody out there who's doing it the right way, or attempting to do it the right way.
Right.
Of course. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of feelings involved on both sides, and the biggest thing is that take care of yourselves first, take care of your family, your loved ones, and try to make sure that what's going on doesn't affect you as much as it's affecting all of us. And I'm not saying like don't get involved. I'm just saying just watch out.
Yeah, no,
shit is real.
Yeah, don't go fucking trying to flex too hard, bro, because you might find yourself in a cage and not being able to get out for a while, bro.
Right.
While you're trying to help a lot of people out, but at the same time, yeah, you gotta watch out for yours.
And at the end of the day, it's like we also can't like back down. Like these are the moments to where like we're living history, dog. I never thought in my time that
and I think we're gonna be going through this, bro. Those are facts. Not at all. Now, what happened with you? I saw you getting hemmed up. They llevaron. Did they take you in for the protest? Because you guys, they did it like a unlawful protest, and they said you guys.
It's pretty much a failure to disperse, and the other one that they unlawful.
Yeah, unlawful gathering assembly. There you go.
But I mean, it all goes hand in hand. You gotta expect that kind of shit. There was a lot of youngsters there that don't understand too much what that process is like, that I got locked up with.
Yeah.
And a lot of, you know, you get caught in that mix, and of course we could say we weren't doing nothing, but at the end of the day, we know what we're doing, and we know that they're gonna want to do us the way that they do us. So that's a risk.
So what do? They just process you guys and let you out like in 24 hours? Or?
Yeah, it was a 24-hour little walk through.
Strip you guys down, do the whole shebang, so some guys there never done that, bro.
Like I said, it's like youngsters, carnal. Like there's a lot of new generation youngsters, so a lot of them are out there for a cause. They don't understand how real it can get all of a sudden. So when that happens, none of these kids have ever been in trouble, dog. They don't know what a strip search is. They don't know what bending over and coughing is.
That's
so they're
right.
like, they get traumatized, dog, and it's like, to me, it's a process, because that's exactly what they want you to feel. You know?
They want to shame you real quick.
Yeah.
But it's good for them to believe it or not. It's good for them to experience that. That way, you know, hey, this is what you got coming. If you get arrested, this is the bullshit you're gonna go through. At least you guys are only going for it for one day.
For a day, yeah.
And you keep it pushing. Now, How many days were you guys out there protesting? Because out here was, I think, about a week, Chris? Week and a half? Start to finish in the protest?
Yeah, I would say maybe 2 weeks.
Is there still some
There's
things going on?
No, there's definitely things going on, but not in the scale that it happened for that week and a half. Right now, you have I want to say the name of the group is Barrio Unido. I think it's one of the bigger ones out here that's still out here, making noise, pushing their weight, and trying to make people hear them. They just called, and we can get into that part of it. And I don't listen. I support the group all day long, but I can't say I support all the strategy of it. But I think that's going to be with any group that we're going to support, right? And they just recently called for a boycott on Home Depot.
Okay.
And they went to a Home Depot out here in Slauson and Western, I believe. And, they went in there and protested, made all kind of noises, a couple arguments with people.
Right.
But I was like, listen, I get what you guys are trying to do, but I don't think you can hold Home Depot accountable for these guys running up in their parking lot. Like, if they were coming in and arresting their employees and Home Depot was just letting the doors open, yeah, but if they're getting them out in the parking lot, what do you want Home Depot to do?
I really never understood like boycotting like corporations. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna boycott anything, it should be like corporate America. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no corporation that isn't here to assist their little movement that they got going on, their plan,
Right.
the just everything that they're planning to do with humanity. Like, we're fucking focused on the wrong.
Yeah, I believe so. I think we're stuck on certain ones. Like, I don't know if did I send you the one for Tacos Way, Chris, the picture? Here's a guy who Chris will bring it up right now. Here's a gentleman who has a few restaurants out here in the Southern California area. They're very well known. Tacos Way. I guess he was all trumped out before the elections,
right.
And now they're trying to cancel the guy. And the guy's like, bro, I didn't know this was gonna happen, this and that.
Right.
And I wrote in one of the comments of the thing was like, man, you guys who want to cancel Raza so quick are the first ones that will make excuses for the Dodgers everywhere. Like, no, you can't cancel the Dodgers, bro, but I can cancel this one small guy. I think it divides us most because from what I see from Raza all around, bro, they're not cool what's going on out here, bro. It's nuts how they're doing it to old people and just people in general who are Raza.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
There's a narrative out though, that I mean, both sides have their narrative and both sides have their, I would say, their fucking rules and their codes. Because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican,
Right.
so I don't understand none of like you guys, like none of it. Like whoever, like I said, I don't know what parties believe in what, but I do believe that people are more focused on being loyal to the party than to actual, values and
and that happens on both sides. Like right now, there's some Latinos that are super Trumper and they're still like they're okay with what's going on. They're okay with deporting everybody. I'm like, no, dude, I voted this way, but I didn't vote for that, bro. I voted for the border to be closed down. There was way too many people coming in one shot. More for law and order because we forgot how it was 4 years ago. It was pretty much everybody's a free for all and every cop is a horrible person and every criminal is a victim. And it's like, nah, bro. There's stuff you got to weigh in, but with what's going on out here, I would say, like Raza in general, fool, we get no respect in America. On a grand scale of politics, I think we get.
So to me, that's the biggest issue. It's not about like, I don't care who the president is, dog. Nobody likes our people. Yep. Nobody likes the fact that we're still here, that we've survived the genocide that they set forth for us. We're here. And the kids that you see, those are the grandkids and the great grandkids of the people who they tried to kill off. And we're still a proud fucking blood of people. So I think for the most part, they're powerful. It's people in the elites, they're powerful. Dog.
Oh, yeah.
So
yes.
The only way for them to actually, their plan that they have is the first step is to get rid of some of the strongest people that exist that can stop them from, carrying out their plans. And first of all, it's us. Second of all, is, the black community as well. And I think that we're focused on being correct, dog. Like me and you can disagree, But if I can't admit some points that you make, you may be correct and I may be wrong. We can't move on. And with you guys, dog, and I'm saying you guys because I know the
platform.
You're from a party, and other people are from a party. I always try to talk to you guys as far as like, let's stop thinking in those lines, in that box of everything that this fool says because I belong to a political party, I should back up. Like,
yeah.
If we got rid of both of these wrestling teams, is what I call, because it's not real, dog. None of that shit's reality. All of us are fighting each other so that these people could get richer.
Yeah, facts.
That's the biggest issue. My issue is, of course, I love my people, dog. And I was here in a time where it was still okay to be racist to my pops. You know, white people walk around and call them a fucking Mexican, a fucking beaner, a wetback.
Yeah,
and it was okay.
Sure.
People weren't going to stop you from doing it because it was wrong. We got past that.
Oh, we thought we did.
Exactly.
Shit,
I mean, we did. Honestly, I feel and believe that the new generation, like, deja nosotros, because we're from, like, we banged in the 90s. So we were that generation that was not afraid to fight back.
Right.
We became street for a reason, and we were not afraid of the law no more. We weren't afraid of what they can do to us. Now that we're older and we didn't pass that on to our kids and grandkids, like, that's where they take advantage on there's no culture to fight for. I get it. You're an American. But what makes an American is that you come with different cultures. Everybody comes with a different culture. So for them not to accept ours as part of the history of this country is I don't know. These youngsters ain't gonna stand for it.
Well, it's kind of tough because we also like try to raise, I guess, our youngsters not to go that route that we did, because at this point we fought, we did this, and we're kind of trying to get them away from that. So it's like, you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't.
Right.
But now it's like, damn, they're not fighting that way. But I mean, listen, I don't agree with everything that was going on with the protests and all that, bro. But they made noise, bro. I had to admit, they made noise. They brought it to the forefront, and at least they want to do something about it. And
Right.
I think it's just us getting together and figuring out what we're gonna do, because right now it's just a lot of, it's so like that with all the canceling stuff. Stop trying to cancel another raza, bro. Right now, whatever raza is on board to try to help out what's going on and stop it from happening, support them, bro.
I agree. And one of the main things is that, like, my message is, stop hating this fool because he's a Democrat. Stop hating this fool because he's a Republican. You're both getting fucked at the same time.
Yeah, agreed, bro.
So if we can, like, even stop talking in those terms of, like, oh, well, the left does this, well, the right does this. Of course they do. We need the, like, right now we desperately need people from, I don't know what side Republicans are, but people who voted this in, we need their knowledge of what's going wrong. Like, we need people to admit, like, that, you know what, I did, like I've heard you say.
Yeah.
I know last time we came that, you know, you wanted to talk politics. I'm not touching it. Obviously, today is something different.
It's something you can't hide from.
My thing is, I got a lot of Trump supporter homies, bro. Like, I got a lot. And I can have intellectual conversations with them to where that doesn't matter to me who you support. What matters to me is your values. Now, if I could sit here and have a conversation with you and tell you, hey, dog, guess what? They're taking abuelitos who didn't do nothing.
Right.
And they're locking them up for the rest of their life. And they're laughing on fucking camera about some alligator Alcatraz. Like, that's what they're doing. Right. And if you could still sit here and make any excuse, I don't give a fuck what the excuse is, well, they shouldn't have broke the law. That to me is like, that's a shitty person.
Yeah.
You know, there's no if or ands about it. Like, if you're a godly person, you're gonna look at that as like, yo, I don't give a fuck what party it is. That shit's wrong. Let's do something about it as people. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I'm not gonna bring something else up that has nothing to do with how bad we've gotten, because it's gotten bad, dog. Like,
yeah, it's gotten.
We gotten to the point where I'm fucking worried about me. I'm a citizen, dog, born and raised. You know what I mean? Like, in this country. So, like, what's gonna happen to people like us just because we made a couple mistakes when we were 17, 18 or whatever?
Yeah, no. See, but what you're saying is you're talking on some next level adult type shit, bro. Because you can sit there and say, hey, let's stop worrying about this, because that's what a lot of people do with us, bro. They just, oh, well, this is your fault. That's why I said, okay, it's my fault. I voted for this guy. Now what? Are we going to just continue for the next 3 years crying about it's your fault, bro? No. So now what do we do?
Right.
And I think it's a test on our people to see, what are we going to do? I saw another one. I think I sent it to you, Chris. They're asking for a labor boycott. And the people in Central California are organizing it, which is all the farm workers. I guess pretty soon there's going to be a big harvest coming. which is like some oranges, tomatoes. I don't know if strawberries. There's a big harvest coming around pretty soon in like a month or a few months, and they're organizing. They're pretty much like asking everybody, to jump on board. And to me, like, that's what you do, bro. That's a good thing. They're saying 2 days. I'm like, dude, do a whole fucking week, bro. Shut this thing down, because that's the way America could see our value and our worth. Because right now, all you have on the other side of the people that voted for this kind of stuff, and they don't give a shit. They'll show stupid reels they'll keep showing the reel, the guy burning the car, and they'll show it over and over, and they'll say, this is the whole protest. These guys are invading our country and doing this and that. When in reality, no, man, these kids and adults are frustrated.
And I could tell you from experience, because I've been there frontline with these youngsters. It's a lot of youngsters, dog, that have love for their culture, but they just don't understand what's going on. They don't, because they haven't been through what we've been. Like, I've been through harassment from cops. I've gotten my ass whooped by cops, dog. I've had charges that I've seen them at their worst, to where they called me a wetback. But this time I got arrested, dog, over there just for the protest. It was different. It hit different, because these were a bunch of Mexican cops calling me a wetback, calling me a gang member, calling me, you know what I'm saying? Like
on this time around, or the last time?
Last time I just got arrested in Vegas for the protest.
They were talking shit like this?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they were.
No chingas way.
Yeah.
I would have thought that was back in the day. They're telling you shit like that?
I'm telling you. So to me, it became a whole different reality, to where it's like, now you guys have the authority to do what you always wanted to do. And the people who are less like motivated to fight for America are the ones to talk shit about everybody else who makes America. That's the truth. Most of these motherfuckers sit in their living room,
Well, yeah.
and don't really contribute to shit. And they want an America where it's just them, where they can be taken care of. And I'm talking about both parties, Republicans and Democrats.
For sure.
They all want to be taken care of, bro. So when somebody comes and threatens your livelihood, somebody who's not depending on to be taken care of by the government, but to come and make some money, quick money, and maybe send it back to their family in another country, or maybe live here, to me, that's a threat. It's a threat, because I feel like they thought they got rid of us, dog. Like, they felt like, okay, this is our land now, and that's how they feel.
They're definitely trying, but I believe on the Republican side, it's a huge mistake on their part, because the majority, I believe the number was 54% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump, right? Those 50%,
That's a fucking lot.
those 54% are not going anywhere, bro. The ones who voted for them, we're still here because we're citizens and we can vote. But I also believe that the Latino is unlike any other voter out there, that we will switch up and be like, we obviously showed it, bro. We're going to go over here this time because we're tired of all this crazy shit on the left. So everybody went this way. But now you ask a majority, and it'd be nice to have a poll done in one of these super big media places about the Latino vote. How do you guys feel about it now? Because a lot of them are like, no, this is bullshit, bro. This is not what we signed up for.
Right.
So I think they're going to lose that chunk of vote. But now that's our power, is, okay, where are we taking this vote?
Shouldn't that work as an example? Like, as Americans, what we become? We become that person that's like, this is good for me. I don't give a fuck who it fucks.
Oh,
over
many,
on.
yes. Many.
That's what we become.
Yeah.
So as a lot of Latinos, dog, I know there's a lot of Latinos who, Trump had the best economical plan. I could say that because I'm in the middle. I don't fuck with none of them. Every president promises something good and takes away something better. It's every president in the whole history. So I understand the promises that people believe. I get it. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to sit here and as a Republican, as a Democrat, whatever party you're from, is take a stand. If you voted for the guy and you felt like you were going to be better off from it, come forward, don't sit here and double down and look for shit.
Yeah, that's what
just
some
because you
people
don't
are
want to be
doing.
wrong. We're all humans, bro. This shit's going to hit you. Let me tell you something. They're not here for just the Latinos, dog. They're here for your guns next, dog. And if you think that they can't fuck with that amendment, look what they just did to the 13th Amendment?
Oh, they're trying to take the 14th with the 14th. Yeah, they're trying to take that away. Yeah, they might.
So think about it. And if half of you people were out there okay with them touching the amendment, fuck who it was.
Right.
If you don't like Mac, cool. We're used to that. We grew up not being liked. That's cool. We can deal with that. What we can't deal with is a person who's been here and built their life on this country and helped build this country, and all of a sudden you're going to tell us you're kicking us out to where? To what? We're the American people. We're the ones who worked for the cheapest labor. That's what we did.
We're the hard workers too, bro.
And I mean, there's other races that have worked hard. I'm not taking anything away from nobody because we contributed to this country as a whole.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes us, dog. This remigration shit, like, that sounds racist.
We're right now, and when I say we, like the United States is out there hunting down hardworking people, dude, productive people. As many pinche tecatones and tweakers and smokers there is out there all over the United States. They're running amok doing whatever they want, but they're going after the guy pushing a cart trying to make a living. Like, actually, no estoy robando, I'm not doing it, I'm trying to take care of my family.
After your family values, dog.
Everybody,
Why?
bro.
So that they can do exactly what they did in LA. Let me tell you what they did in LA, dog. Like, we have always tried to be peaceful, but authority, the wrong people are behind those badges. These are people who have been itching to have that power.
Right.
So when you take a peaceful protester and you have somebody with authority antagonizing it, you're gonna get a couple people that are gonna be pissed off.
Absolutely.
And that's any race, any people. It's gonna happen when they come and take your guys' guns. There's gonna be a lot of you guys that are gonna be fucking, oh, this is my fucking first, second, whatever amendment it is, and they're gonna end up making you guys look like monsters. That's what it is. And guess what? The Democrats, the opposite side that all you guys go against, they don't give a fuck. So they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck them. Also, that you guys could get fucked over like they're doing right now. They don't give a fuck about nothing going on. All they know is that this fool's fucking people over that they don't like.
Right.
And that's it. So they're happy about it. So when it comes back, these fools are gonna do the same thing. And us in the middle, like me in the middle, I'm like, both you fools are stupid. Like, you guys are fighting each other, taking each other out, and the main thing is that they're taking all your shit, and you don't even give a fuck about it as long as you see the other person lose, and that's what we become. Dog.
Yeah, we'd rather, like, that's what I say. People would rather be like, oh, you worthless, you're out of here, you can't talk.
Right.
Well, then that means 54% of male men can't talk.
Right.
That's the majority of male raza. Nah, bro, you gotta sit there and say, okay, ahora estamos en una guerra, we're at war, they're at war with everybody here, and let's try to do something about it. But I think it is coming more and more together, and I really hope this the protest. Well, I don't know if you see the flyer up there, Chris, that I emailed you for that labor protest they're gonna have.
Okay.
And then I will show you another one. I saw somebody in the comment. That's the one. A farm worker labor strike is coming. What you need to know, how you can help. So as soon as they start giving a date out, I'll put it out there, and wherever people can, sit there and stay at home for a couple of days, which in reality, everybody can.
Also, you guys got to remember that this is going to affect all of us. I know that we're behind the protests, but it's going to affect all of us. We're not going to be able to go to the produce store and purchase how we want to, in quantities that we want to. We got to take that sacrifice, because whatever statement we're making, we got to make it together. We can't sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to go buy from here, If we're doing something together, we should do it together. The fucked up thing is that we're still divided, dog. Like, I know they're divided into Democrats and Republicans with Latinos, and that's big enough. But there's also motherfuckers divided entre the people who are for the people being deported. Anti-ICE. There's still people that every little shit that you do, bro, they're like, well, why are you doing it this way? And why don't you do this? And why don't you that? Those people, I really, fuck, I pray that you guys just shut the fuck up.
Oh, they won't, bro.
And somehow get involved.
Yeah,
if all you can do is type from your whatever, your phone or your computer or your fucking typewriter.
From the basement,
I don't know how
from the basement.
I mean, yeah, you might get somebody to trade back and forth with you, but at the end of the day, like, this shit's bigger than how you feel. It's bigger than your feelings. It's bigger than all that. I don't give a fuck about the little rights that they're taking. It's the fact that they're trying to do a ethnic cleansing right now, and we don't even notice that shit.
Yeah, it's bigger than all of us, bro. And how you were saying about the Second Amendment, I said this when I did that one. All right, it's all my fault. What do you want to do next, right? All, especially like southern states or the Midwest, we got Bama, Arkansas, all the places where the white people, the rednecks, the hillbillies, the cowboys, all that part. They hate the feds when it comes to them going into their property and telling them what to do. They hate the feds coming in and saying, hey, you can't make this moonshine. Hey, you can't do this. You can't do that. They hate the feds getting in their business. Right. But they don't see that this was going to happen to you, bro. What do you think?
Right.
The feds are jumping up on people like nothing out here, on American citizens.
This is like, I see it like a football game. You know how there's fucking Raider fans and there's Cowboy fans, and everybody's so fucking dedicated to the team, die hard, and they have live arguments, and people even get in fight. Like, this is what I see this, dog. I see both sides of Republicans and both Democrats. I see you guys like WWE fans that you think, the Undertaker and fucking Hulk Hogan really, got beef. And fuck, if you guys just understood that if we sat here, like if Republicans got together, the ones that feel like you know, like I get it, dog. I get why people would have believed this fool. Like, you know, actually thought that he was gonna do good. This shit came out of nowhere. We all know that. Now we can't sit here and put blames on anybody, especially people that are trying to help. If you're still trying to help, dog, I don't give a fuck. I got Primo that got arrested with me is a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
you feel me? And he was out there with me protesting the whole shit. So,
bro.
Hey, dog, ya supiste, güey, ya viste tú firsthand. Like, this shit ain't no joke. And once you guys start paying attention real close, your eyes on the fucking field about it, you start understanding that this shit ain't about what we voted for. It's about them using us to control the rest of those guys, that side. And then when they're done with us, they're going to grab that side and they're going to control us.
Yeah, it's a divide and conquer thing right now,
if you guys haven't noticed that yet, dog, like, we're all in for a rude fucking awakening, dog. Like, I see people compare other countries. Well, in Mexico, they do this. In this state, they do this. Like, you might be right. We're not fucking Mexico.
That's facts.
One of the main things that motherfuckers pride themselves on is that this is the great country of the United States of America. So why would you bring up another fucking country and how they handle their immigration or how they handle their politics or even how they handle their media or their drugs or their, you know, just their people? Because we're supposed to be that country. That's how we were raised in this.
We're the beacon.
As far as I remember, bro, that was
beacon.
it. We got past a bunch of shit, and America apologized to the people they were supposed to apologize for. We know that America didn't do great, but fuck, dog, I figured we would have became more greater people than I don't know if it's 54% of these motherfuckers are racist. I'm not gonna say that Trump supporters males, but a lot of these motherfuckers still are.
It was 50. No, that 54% number I'm saying is just the Latino population in general. The male thing is probably much higher than that.
Well, one of our biggest races against raza is raza. So
yeah, this is true. This is true, but when it comes to the Mexico thing, I want to touch on that subject real quick. I don't know if we have a picture of it, Chris, of the I don't know if riots, protests, depends I guess who you ask, that's going down in Mexico, and you kind of touched on it for me, which is this is America, bro. This is not Mexico.
And you're talking about the
right there,
probably the protest they have right now against gentrification.
Yeah,
where they say get gringos out of here and all that.
Exactly. So some people, that's the one that they're running with the narrative and saying, well, look what's going on in Mexico. They're trying.
What do you think about that?
I believe, like you said, first of all, this is not Mexico. This is America, right? Second of all, those people, it's a different fight. They're not there trying to get rid of the other like another raza of this, which they were during when it was all crazy and they had too many people there. Yeah. This is more of a fight of social injustice when it comes to money, bro. They're tired of people coming in here and just raising the prices on their whole place. In other words, they don't
gentrification.
Yeah, they don't want their town to turn into like Silicon Valley in California, where houses before were like $350,000, and now the houses are like $2 million because people came in and bought them. So that's why I think they're trying to fight. I
agree with you. I think that's what it is, and I'm not, applauding Mexico for doing that because I don't know the background, but I do understand where, as a whole, you're coming from, especially seeing what's going on here, the remigration, like try to ethnically cleanse. Imagine being a people knowing that they already came and gunned you down and took your fucking land and forced you to sell it, right?
Right.
And now they're kicking you off that land that's holy to you. It's by nature, you're the owner of that land, no matter who the fuck comes. Like, you were the first people of that land. It's you. Imagine them knowing that they're trying to do that in Mexico. And I tell you, because I lived in Guadalajara for a minute. There's a place called Jocotepec. Jocotepec is nothing but white people. It's $1 that circulates. All the stores are in English. Everybody there speaks English. There's a lot of Americans and Canadians in Mexico. A lot. They don't pay taxes. They live off. Most of them live off their Social Security.
Yeah, the retirement.
And there's a lot. And as the years go by, there's more and more people like me who are American and move to Mexico because either you make internet money or you could just afford better,
more bang for your buck.
Yeah, they're getting tired of that shit, dog. They're getting tired of people in Mexico acting like we're in America with the rules that there's here. Like, over there, people bump music. There's a lot of like Karens that'll turn off your music or call the cops, and
they think they're still in America.
Yeah, things like that. So like the people are like, look, if you come to down here, like, get with the culture, just like America is here. If you come down here, get with the culture, and I get that. I look, dog,
assimilate.
one thing is like, and people might be mad at me. This might be controversial, and I might get people to be like, man, Duende, that's not right. But I do not disagree with deportations, dog. I don't. You know who's the only people that disagree with deportations is us citizens. Dog, my pops, fool, Descansa en Paz, he was arrested 37 times.
Shit.
For being illegal. His stories about it were with this pride. Like I can tell you when I got locked up for the protest. These are moments to be proud of because you're not here for some dumb shit.
Right.
You're here to become a better person, and the system is always going to try to stop you. I don't give a fuck if you're Mexican today or if you're black tomorrow or even if you're white from fucking low income. You're not, they're going to try to hold you down. That's what the system is made for. So like Tios and everybody, dog, when they would get deported, they would be so accepting of it. Like they knew.
Oh, yeah. Sí, güey.
I don't think, like, to me, the deportations were the problem. It's the target that we became.
Yeah,
like
sure.
we started being treated. I'm from El Paso, Texas, dog. I remember when that shooter went into Walmart and shot a bunch of people just because they were Mexican. They didn't even throw this fool on the ground, dog. Yeah, they went and handcuffed my dude, and they patted him on the back, and they were making sure that he felt okay.
Facts,
so for a person who crosses the border, which is probably the same crime or probably less than a jaywalking ticket, dog, for you to hunt my people down at 70 years old in front of their children, masked up,
throwing them on the ground.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit soul, and the people that run this country have turned to that, and we're the target of their ambush, dog, their anger, whatever they want to prove. It's us because we have never defended ourselves like we're defending ourselves now.
Facts, bro.
And now that we're defending ourselves, and I don't give a fuck what party it was. There was people out there that didn't belong to parties, dog. Like, we really were getting shot at while being peaceful. And that's the God honest truth. We were really being shot at by police and authorities, old ladies, little kids, while being peaceful. The warrior in you, dog, reacts. And when you see that, yes, bottles are probably going to fly. Bricks are going to fucking fly. All this shit's going to fly because of the anger that's in you that you can't do nothing about it. These departments, these organizations, they're not being held accountable, dog. We're living in a country with the biggest drug cartel imaginable, and they're in your face, and they're telling you that other people are the problem. People that have nothing to do with us are the problem. Like, countries are sending their worst. And people are literally coming over here to make America better, dog. And they're making us seem like they made the black people seem in their time.
Yeah. Right now, we are the scapegoat for anything that's going wrong in America. It's the brown person. Everybody who's brown, who's getting deported, they try to sell it to that they're either tren de agua or son de la mala salvatrucha, bro. Everybody, but the thing is, you can't catch 4 guys from one of those and then catch 50 regular people who all they're doing is selling tacos on the side of the street,
and say that you're cleaning up.
Yeah, bro.
So what we need, bro, is we need people to drop their red and blue flags, like yourself. Like, I know you belong to a party, but I'm talking
I don't
to both
belong
parties.
to a party, bro. I'm independent, bro.
Are you? Okay.
I'm independent, bro.
Okay.
But you know what?
I know you did vote for Trump.
Oh,
so
no, I did.
Okay.
But even when I voted for that fucking dirtbag, I was always independent. I've always called him a dirtbag. It's just what I thought we needed at the time.
Okay.
But did I vote? No, absolutely not, bro. So to me, I'm not a guy that's
you go on what you think is the best.
I go on policy.
Candidate.
I vote on policy. I do not vote on party, bro. Because if I voted on party, I wouldn't be saying anything. I would be calladito.
And that's what we need. We need people that even did vote for that see things wrong. Like, we need you to speak up. You're not being disloyal because you disagree with something at your party. I don't want to call it a cult, but you don't have to.
People
you don't have
cults,
to be that
bro.
loyal.
They do.
That's what we need. We need raza, dog. We need raza from both parties saying, you know what, I on this right here, I agree. This is probably not right, and I'm saying this as a Republican.
Yeah, facts.
Because what it seems right now is that if you disagree with that, you're just a liberal. What do you guys call them?
Well, yeah,
I don't know the terms. Dog,
it'll be a liberal or conservative. It'll be So the thing is that to me, I called this one place. I did an interview a couple years back, and it's a big political place, and I had an interview with them on Monday, and hopefully that was a pre-interview, and I told them, I said, listen, I'm telling you all this about immigration because they were like, no, that's really happening? I said, yeah, that's really happening. The thing is, you don't see it because it's not happening to your people.
Right.
I said, and to myself, I think I hold a little more weight because I voted for Donald Trump.
Right.
If I did not vote, you would just write me off as this liberal kook that, oh, he's just woke. The guy's full of shit. I said, no, I voted for a strong border. I voted for this. I voted for that. But I did not vote for 70-year-old men at the bus stop to get thrown on the ground like they done murdered somebody, bro. Right. And that's what's going on. He's like, is that real? I said, yeah, that's what's going on. But you guys don't see it because it ain't your skin tone, bro. If it's your skin tone, your people, you'll feel
a lot of times either because I got a lot of homies that are from that political party, but they fully always support what I do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they agree with it or not, because they know I do it from a good place. I don't care like your politics. So I don't know. Like when I have conversations with certain people that belong to different parties, when I disagree with them, they automatically call me the opposite party.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what we need to do. Is like, I hear a lot of this shit. Like, oh, if you voted for this food, like don't fuck with me no more. Like, let me tell you something. Donald Trump, dog, is not capable of carrying out the fucking project that they're carrying out on us alone. This has been planned for years, and we knew this. We didn't want to pay attention. Let's keep it real. We've been being told this shit for years, homie, for decades. Our generation. My kids know about this shit. So as it's happening, we're sitting here acting surprised because we didn't do nothing about it. We're too busy watching football, dog. We're too busy watching USA versus Mexico, which congratulations, Mexico, 2-1, dog. You know, but these are the things that are here to keep us distracted from what's really going on. And I'm not telling you, only focus on politics, which I don't focus on politics. I focus on current events.
Yes.
You could get involved, dog. In the most minor way, you can get involved. Some of us are out here like, I got a fucked up record already. I don't mind like the little jail time that I do for the things that are not going to put me in jeopardy to not ever see my family again.
Right.
To the next generation, know what you're out there for. Don't put yourself in a fucked up situation to where you could have done something better for the cause and you decided to do something that's going to make you and the movement look fucked up.
Yeah. Give it a black eye.
So educate yourself. By all means, defend yourself. I wouldn't, everything that's been going on in LA, it looks fucked up, but I applaud the young people who are willing to get hurt to prove a fucking point, because I was there with a lot of them, and I know you guys, most of us are not being ruthless and reckless. We just want to be heard, and these kids, they just want to be heard because they have parents who have been able to tell them the story but are not allowed to express themselves, or they don't know how. And these kids they're that new generation. They're them.
They're frustrated and they see what's going on out there, bro.
They're them. They're the ones we've been waiting for, dog. Like they're the ones that are gonna hold it down for the future of our, their culture, our culture. Like we did a lot, dog. We fought that war when everybody being Mexican back then. Come on, dog. Remember?
Yeah, no, but
being Mexican was, some people were embarrassed, dog.
Oh, for sure,
we used to get chased by the black dudes just because we're like, it was really fucked up.
And then people talk their own shit about paisas and everything else. Right. It was not a cool thing, bro. So
I feel like we paved the way to show that we are those people, whether a lot of us could fight or not. Gracias a Dios, I had hands, but I still lost a lot of fights. I had to learn those hands. So we fought no matter what, just like we're doing now.
Right.
We're getting fucked up right now. We don't understand that there's a war way more raging than what we're fighting, and we're getting fucked up. But our spirit, dog, you can't break that bitch. Like, we're out there, fool. Like, when I was locked up, fool, tell me why we were singing. All of us were singing.
That's right.
Because you can't break that. That's why the slaves used to sing when they used to fucking, get hauled off. Because when you see you can't break my spirit,
that's right.
No matter what you do to my physical, dog, it's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. And that's all I can say. Like, right now, like, all these people that are doing this shit, like, show a strong spirit. But by showing a strong spirit, you got to be able to love the person that you should hate. When I talk to Republicans, dog, right now I don't agree with a lot of Republican shit, like a lot of it. But I can't talk to Republicans because a lot of my homies are Republicans with hate. I can't, because I see where you went wrong and I see where you wanted better.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. I've just never I never had faith in nothing but myself. So when I see these people who need hope and need faith, I see why they would believe in something that...
With people, like, it's just pick a side, right? And that's what it came down to in the political realm. It's like, pick a side. What are we going to pick? This that's over here or this over here? And at some point we picked a side, but the side right now, it's not looking too hot, bro. And like I said, I'll be the first to admit it. But I think now what we got to do is, all right, it is what it is. Vamos a quedarnos en el cuarto llorando and it's your fault. It's your, no, bro. Now it's okay, bro. It's over with. We can deal with that later. What do we do to move ahead to get our message across? Because like when you spoke earlier, you said Alcatraz Island. That's a mockery, bro. That's a fucking mockery. That's just like, and you know, in the back room, we're gonna send them wetbacks to fucking Alcatraz Island, fool. You know it is.
Right.
There's no offense of what's about it, because if you really cared and had any decency for Latinos in general, you would call it Florida Detention Center number whatever, bro. But they on purpose trying to do it like, yeah, go ahead and run away, get killed by an alligator. Like, come on,
it's
bro.
to cause fear, dog. The same thing they would do with, you know, with the Civil War, dog. Like when they were fighting for civil rights and all that, they caused fear. Like they would show you how fucked up they would treat you. That's why when I was locked up, shouts out to all the youngsters that were locked up with me that we went to jail for protesting, man. Keep your heads up. But a lot of these youngsters was their first time there. They've never been treated like that, dog. You know, they've never been through a system that treats you less than human.
Right.
So to them, it was traumatizing. And that's what they want to cause you guys is trauma. That's why they take your abuelitas, because that's the most dearest to you. That's why they fuck with your family. That's the most dearest to you. So you guys could be like, nah, ¿sabes qué? Mejor I hang up the gloves. Whatever y'all want me to do, I'll do. And at this point, it's like, man, some of us are ready to die for this shit, because I don't want my kids, dog, to grow up in a fucked up country to where we're looked at like that forever. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're awfully close to our kids living that shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what's going to change? Every civil war, every fucking war, every time anybody's win against the government, every revolution, there's casualties. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to all those people who are out there, and you guys are taking the fucking heat for looking like you're the ones creating violent fucking protests. Like, I'm there. I'm there, and I could, you know, hand to my heart, I could literally say, like, you guys are not the ones being violent. You guys have to defend yourself, and it's fucked up that these teenage kids are put in a situation to where they feel they have to defend their mom. Or
how's ICE situation over in Vegas?
I haven't seen no movement.
No, I'm talking about. Have you seen any videos like over here? I see getting
videos,
picked up,
but nothing like here. Like,
yeah, they're picking them up hard over here, bro. Yeah. No, aquí, way, like just about every day. Every day you're seeing the Home Depot down the street over here by my house. I think that thing's got hit twice in a month. The Home Depot in Hollywood's got hit twice, and then they're taking like 30, 40 people. I mean, it's not small by any means. But you know, they said the criminals, the killers, and this is what you're taking, bro. Like, it's not even this is not bottom of the tree, bro. This is like fruit on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it's the plan. As soon as we all realize what the plan is, we could all work together. But that's why I'm here, mostly because I know a lot of people are giving you shit because of
you know this
what you. But like I said, I got a lot of people who believed in the shit, and I could see it from an outside bubble because I'm none of these Democrat or Republican, so I could see why you guys voted for Trump, and I could see why people agree with the Democratic side on certain things. But both you sides are fucked off, dog. Democrats, Republicans, you guys are fucked off. Like, you guys have more faith in these Democratic parties who don't even know you than your own families. And the only people who's going to get you out these jams when shit really happens is your fucking families, dog. Those people close to you. Yourself. Make sure that what you contribute to this country is enough to sustain your future, your seed. And if that's not what's happening, then you have a whole fucking right as an American to demand it. And it doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what you believe in this motherfucker. If you feel like you deserve it as an American, you have a right to demand it. We might not all agree with you.
Right.
That's the truth. You know, like, there's things on Democratic sides that they think they have rights to. I don't agree with. There's things on the Republican side that I don't agree with as well. I don't make the rules, but we are a fucking democracy, and that's why we chose to fucking be here. That's why we love it here, and that's why we are fighting to keep it how the fuck it is. So I'm talking to both sides right now, blue or red, whatever the fuck you claim. If you don't want your way of life as an American to fucking change, then fight for the person that you don't agree with. Because when they disagree with you, you're giving them that power to change your life. And the only ones that are pushing that narrative is the people who are making billions and billions of dollars off your existence.
Oh, the big money.
So, I mean, I don't know. Right now, it's a race war, right? I'm here for for my people however I can help. Obviously, I can't change much of what's going on. I'm just a small grano de arena. But what you guys need to realize is it's not about immigration. It's not about Mexicans. It's not about Latinos. It's about you becoming the slave to the system that they've been working on for fucking decades, maybe even centuries. I don't know how long they've been doing this shit. But the more we're separated as people, the less we're going to be able to fight back. Today, it's immigrants, cheap labor and the ability to chase a dream. Tomorrow, it's your ability to defend yourself. I guarantee you, and not even if you fight for what I'm fighting for, whether you do or not, if I agree with you when they come for your guns, I'm going to be in that same fucking protest with you, dog. And I don't give a fuck what color you're wearing, red, blue. I don't give a fuck if you fucking worship Trump or if you worship fucking that other pendejo, ¿cómo se llama? Obama.
Obama or Biden.
Yeah, like all them fools are pieces of shit. Fuck them all. They're not your friends. They're not here for you. You know what I'm saying? Obama's just as crooked as fucking Trump, as Biden, as Bush. They're all fucking evil, dog. So the more you keep believing in the devil, the more you're gonna miss your blessings as a fucking spirit. So get spiritual, dog. As long as they can't break your spirit, they can't fucking really defeat you. But as a human, dog, if you give into this human shit and you keep believing these lies of what benefits you to live better, vas a valer verga, güey. Vamos a valer verga.
Yeah, but with California though, California's like a whole different entity that it could be it could kind of be an example for the rest of the country. But so far, I mean, I don't see either the governor of California or the mayor of Los Angeles doing much but lip service, like when it comes to, because they say the LAPD, and when I have Chad Bianco, the sheriff of Riverside, in here, I'm gonna ask him that question too. Like, what are you guys doing to help regular people in the community not be afraid of people coming up there with face masks and screaming at them and taking them in the car? It's like, it seems, as far as LA goes, I don't know how Riverside does it. LA, it seems like now Los Angeles LAPD is like the security. No, they're like the security for ICE, bro. Yeah, because they get in front of all the protesters and pretty much make them stop. And I'm like, wait a minute, why are you protecting these guys, bro? These guys are literally coming over here and just picking people up like nothing. Whereas you as a cop couldn't do that.
They don't even check IDs.
Nothing. You don't even know who they are, fool. And that's the crazy part.
So if anything, I think police should first and foremost validate that they're somebody of authority.
Facts, bro. That's what I'm thinking. If I'm the mayor, no, listen. My instructions to the LAPD is you need to get ID from these guys and know who the hell they are. Right. Who are they? You have no clue who they are. You have no clue where they're going. Nothing, bro. It's like it's the
when
fucking.
When is elections next year?
Next November.
Next November. Now you guys remember that even though like I don't really believe in voting a lot, like I don't vote in elections and shit like that. It might be true. We might make a difference.
Oh, no, we definitely do, bro. But especially in California.
Don't take my advice of not voting. I just don't vote because I'm a felon, so I don't even try. Plus, I don't believe in anybody. I don't trust anybody that's running for any type of office. But if you strongly believe in somebody in your city, your town, your state, that will make a difference, that is going to benefit us, like really for reals, and I never say this, get the fuck up and use your power to vote. Congress is more power than the president. So if you vote for the people who are going to look out for you in Congress,
your best benefits. Yeah.
We don't really I don't really vote for the president because I feel like I don't have a choice. But if all this voting and elections really works, like don't take my advice. You guys get out there.
Yeah, I don't know about Nevada, but in California you could be an ex-felon and vote. For many years I thought you couldn't vote, bro. No, once you're off parole, you can vote. And I'm sure
I think in Nevada too, somewhat like one felony, two felony. I don't care to vote.
You got to, bro. You got to. And this will show you how important it is whether you like the vote it went or not. Because right now, if he wouldn't have won, we would have been arguing about something else, bro. We would have been arguing about.
But do you really think it matters? Do you think we really make that choice, or do you think that choice is already made?
I think we definitely make that choice, because if we didn't make that choice, they wouldn't spend billions upon billions upon billions of dollars to go out and campaign and do all that stuff. ¿Por qué me quedo en la casa, güey? Me quedo en la casa. I'm gonna win anyways.
But you got to remember the Democrat Party and the Republican Party is like two fucking chains.
Oh no, yeah, no. Eso
so whoever in power gets the more money for those 4 years.
Yes, you know? They're both the same, because at the end they're both serving a bigger master, which is billionaires
So
and
are we voting
trillionaires.
for politicians, presidents, mayors, governors, or are we voting for who's going to be able to make their companies richer?
I think when it comes to presidential guys, a lot of times is who's going to be able to make their companies richer. I think on a local level, it matters much more. But there'll be people now saying, "Well, if we would have voted the other way, we wouldn't be going through this." And that very way may well be true. But I will say this though: the one thing that Trump is teaching us, look how much a sitting president can do in such little time, bro.
Facts.
So if he can do that, then why can't another president that says, and that's what we got to push on the next presidential election, what are you going to do for Latinos regarding immigration reform? That's what we want, because that's what we need, bro. We need immigration reform.
Right.
And they've been promising it to us for I don't know how many years, and it just never came through.
For us, and I don't want to, like single out any region of people, but I feel like for Mexicans, it's a little bit harder than a lot of people who come from other parts of the world, and I feel like that's what we should be fighting for, is an easier and faster path to citizenship, especially from people who are here to work, people who are here to give to the economy. Like I understand, dog. Like even if I didn't have papers, like I would understand them deporting me. Fool, when I go to Mexico, dog, I hang out with a lot of deported people. Fool. No se agüitan, güey. It's
part of the game.
Yeah, they're not pissed. Even
it's part
the
of the
people
game.
here, they understand. So the thing is, we understand when we fuck up and the consequences.
Yes.
But don't punish the people who are really here to do right, because there's a lot of them, and most of those people are pops, our tios, our fucking.
It's like going into a neighborhood that's gang infested, and you're knocking down the pops of these people. You're knocking down the uncles that are working. You're knocking everybody out and treating everybody like that gangbanger in the corner. And not everybody's the gangbanger in the corner, bro. Right. And that's what they're doing. They're treating their people equally, that we're all La Mara, or we're all Tren de Agua, we're all they're killers. Nah, bro. The majority of people they're taking are just hardworking people who did a misdemeanor at best, bro. Not even a felony. Come on.
That, like, lately they haven't even been doing that. They just been, and that. There's the thing. A lot of us need to speak up. Like I understand and I appreciate you speaking up. The whole shit. I talk to a lot of people who got a following and not. And I want to know people's points of views. Like, I want to know why a lot of people are not talking. I want to know why a lot of these artists, like a lot of you rappers right now, are not saying nothing. And a lot of you rappers and a lot of you artists have, have used the Chicano culture to make that advance in your careers and your image and whatever it is. And when it comes to really being in the middle of shit, I don't see too many motherfuckers around me, dog. And I'm not saying that I'm in the middle of everything, but I'm in the middle of enough to know if you're there or not. And the people that I'm around, dog, carry the weight that you guys should be carrying with your platform, just off nothing, just off pure fucking heart, just off pure passion, just pure, a love for the culture, for the people. And you guys can get involved. I'm not calling you guys out like rappers, dog, like artists, like even celebrities, dog, raza. I'm not calling you out to make you feel like you're a piece of shit. I'm calling you out because you don't have to look like a piece of shit. You can do something. You can say something. One or two people that you talk to and speak to on a spiritual level of what's right and what's wrong can make a difference because you have so much influence. I love the people who support me, dog, because anytime that I do anything to help out, they know that I genuinely do it out of love. I don't do. There's a lot of things that you guys don't even see, and I know you guys know that. But now I'm getting to the point where fuck that. Like, let's show it. Let's because out of all these stupid shit that you guys are posting and meaningless reels and fucking memes or whatever the fuck you guys are posting, like, ya no nos podemos agüitar when people help our raza and record it, dog. Let's make it a normal thing. Let's do that a lot. Let's pump each other up. Let's inspire people, because when I watch people helping out other people, I don't look at it like, why is this fool recording himself? I look at it like, fool, that's inspiring.
Yes, fool. Compete with me that way.
Yeah, that's the challenge, dog. Like, all of you guys who felt really passionate about what you were voting for and right now are about to get canceled by the culture, this is your challenge to speak up.
Right.
How do you really feel? Don't stay quiet because it looks bad on you. And I got a lot of homies, like I'm not going to say no names, but a lot of you artists, dog, that I got love for, that have been getting canceled. Carnal, habla, güey. Por favor, say something. Speak up. Because if you don't, you're not going to have a chance when we fucking fight back And after we win or after we push back, you can't be part of that pushback no more. You can't sit with us and act like you were always with us. Me, a real logical motherfucker, is not gonna blame you for the mistakes you've done as long as you try to correct them. It's like on a homie tip, on a family tip.
That's right.
We're all raza, dog. We all want better for ourselves and our kids, mostly for our future.
Facts,
I can't hold you, accountable for what's going on when you didn't know. But if you see what's going on and you double down on your beliefs that you made the right choice, then that's when I look at you like a piece of shit. It's not about politics. It's not about religion even. It's about you living godly, dog, because that's the mission. And if you guys could really sit there and stay quiet during a fucking time like this, really, fuck you guys. Straight up.
All right, Chris, let's pay some bills. Let's do some sponsorships real quick. And then after that, we'll take the 1 minute break in between. And then we'll take some phone calls. Bro, you down for some phone calls or what?
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Man,
Let's get the haters on the phone.
Nah, we don't get that many haters over here, bro. Nah.
When I talk politics, a lot of people hate me, dog.
Well, no, but you're talking some real shit, bro. You're talking some stuff that really needs to be heard out there. Like, stop sweating the small stuff. We're on the same hood. Like, now it's not time to sit there and fight amongst ourselves. So go ahead and read us the sponsors here, Chris.
All right. First off, we've got big one, SoCal Tattoo. Their address is 6000 Reseda Boulevard, Unit M in Tarzana, California. The zip is 91356. Their phone number is 818-578-6562. If you go there, tell them that AC sent you.
That's
and
right.
Say what's up to Big Droops.
It's a big tuck on your neck.
And then next we have Rockstar Plumbing out of Chatsworth. Hit them up for all your plumbing needs. Their phone number is 818-814-3044.
They'll come lay the pipe on you, dog.
We'll play that 1 minute commercial.
Right? I was going to say this statement not sponsored by American Cholo.
Not all statements done by Duende are sponsored by American Cholo.
All right, everyone.
All right, let's get that 1 minute video
be
real
right
quick.
back.
We're going to stretch it out real quick. Chris. All right, people, we need your support. This channel exists because you believe in our stories. We're not funded by big corporations. We're not bought by special interests. We're independent for the people, by the people. And we're here to speak the truth of our communities across the country. Every story we bring to you about injustices, about our culture, about what's really going on in our neighborhood is powered by us, and hopefully now by you. We're asking every single viewer who values what we're doing here to help us stay independent. If just a few of you would donate $2 to $5, it'll make a huge difference. It's easy. You could send support through Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. Your donation doesn't just keep the lights on, it keeps our voices strong. We're not just another YouTube channel. We're your news, we're your platform, we're your movement. So if you rock with us, if you believe in independent Latino media, drop $2, $3, or $5 today. Thank you so much for watching, supporting, and standing with us. We're just getting started. Let's grow together. Look at that, Chris. And I'm over here. Come on, baby.
And we're back.
I'm a professional, Chris. What you talking about, baby? Good shit, fool. Hey, appreciate the convo, fool, on some real shit. I didn't know what you were going to come in here with. I don't know if you're going to come in here and be like, fuck you, Gil, this and that. I know you weren't going to do that because, I mean, you always been a cool cat, bro, but you're saying some real shit, and they need to hear from your side as well, bro. Like, porque a veces, si yo digo eso, it's like when your mom tells you something and you don't listen, or you're like me, my wife will tell me something, yeah, and then somebody else tell me the exact same thing. I'll be like, hey, you know what? What's the shit? She's like, didn't I fucking tell you?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, like how you're saying, yeah, we got to move on from either Republican, Democrat, and I've always felt that way, but on this, like what we're on right now, yeah, fool, it's a different. We're fighting a whole different animal. This is something that I thought was done and over with from the 40s and 50s, bro. I really did. I'm like, dude, am I really locking up the job site?
I never thought I was going to live this in my lifetime.
No, straight up.
Let alone my kids. I used to tell this to my kids as they were little, and like my 16-year-old, she's like, Dad, we're really living through this right now. Like, it's really like the similarities, everything's there. Like the same stories we hear in history class is the same things that's happening like live. You know what I'm saying?
Look, fool, look what I'm carrying. Yeah, I got the American Cholo wallet too, bro.
Mica o qué?
Hey,
La
wait.
mica chueca, güey.
Hey, wait, no. That's my passport, fool. No, way. No, ahora sí, güey.
Hey,
Pero...
Gil's getting deported, dog. I seen his
Oh.
passport. That shit looks like it's from the
Hey.
Santa Fe swap meet.
Hey, fool. Hey, could you imagine how many happy people would be if Gil get deported? Hey, but I'll go viral in Honduras, fool. I'll be over there. Aquí estamos en vivo.
Because I'll be getting some type of like, you know, like forbidden pleasure when I see those people that used to dance like, voy a votar por Donald Trump. And then the next time she's like, es una injusticia. I mean, it's fucked up for me to think that way, but at the same time, it's like, all right, there's some people who
I get it, bro.
Needed a rude awakening.
The Cubans he backstabbed like a mother. That's who was the ones. The Cubanos,
and
they're going to Cuba, bro. Like, come on.
They're gonna get their ass.
Yeah, they're gonna get us handled.
Guantanamo Bay, dog.
Yeah, so the Cubanos majorly did him wrong. I saw this one guy. He's actually, I think, from Iran. I'll put the number up there, Chris, so people want to call. This one guy's from Iran, and his wife just got picked up, and she's being held right now. And this fucking pendejo, they ask him, do you still support? No. And his eyes get teary. He's like, well, yeah. I'm like, no, bro. I would be like, fuck that fool. They took my wife. Like, why? You know what I mean?
Why are a lot of these vatos so like I don't know, dog. Like I know you see a lot, especially I see Raza.
I see
dog,
him, bro.
And I'm not gonna say his name till I have a podcast with him. But there's this one fool that I know you know who I'm talking about. Dog, he worships Trump more than Jesus, dog, more than God.
I bet, bro.
My dude denounces his brown skin. He's like, I identify as white. Pinche no palote, güey. Dark as fuck. And I know you know I'm talking about Nino. Dog, like, how do you get to that? How do you get to the level of brainwash to where it's like, look, I denounce my own skin.
Yeah. Fool, I don't know.
Me da lástima, güey.
Eso es Tejano, that's why, bro. Maybe the Tejano in him, bro. But you've over there. Hotline.
You're right.
But you're not to make that call, homie. Not to make that call one time for your mind.
What's up, Kimo? What you talking about, Playboy? Aquí tenemos Duende.
Shit, salud. Orale, salud, Duende. Much respect, homie.
Salud,
much respect.
Gracias, homie.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Chris, I see you, man. You gotta keep the machine moving, man. When you hear that yeppa, you know what it is, homie.
Yes,
you gotta grind and shine.
He's waking up in the morning with that, bro. That's his alarm clock.
Hey,
Yeppa.
You gotta use it for a trademark, carnal. Ya sabes.
What's going on, Kimo?
Shit, nah, man. Just watching everything unfold, man. All the atrocities, all the drama, all the smoke and mirrors, man. It's just crazy with this flood right now, homie.
Oh,
to show you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's right. Prayers to you, vatos, full.
Real shit.
Man, shit, it's already like 70. It's already like 70, and everybody's lying, making up shit, saying that they found their kids and everything. Man, it's a shit show, dog.
Oh yeah, all those little girls from a camp over there, like 20 or 30 something.
Dude.
That's
Bless all the families in Texas, man. That's going through that shit. That's just bigger than anything.
Yeah, man,
you're losing lives
crazy.
over there, bro. You're losing lives.
Oh, yeah,
are you near any of that stuff over there, Kimo?
Nah,
Thank
God,
God,
but it's just crazy because you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people used to travel around that area, and man, it's wildlife. I mean, like, you don't know what's going on, but it's just crazy how, you know what I'm saying, everybody's stepping up, but at the same time, it's like they knew that place was gonna,
They
get crazy.
dropped the ball, bro. They dropped the ball.
Yeah, kinda. But salute to the both of you, man. Duende, Cholo. Hey, you know what? Hold it down for the Browns. Chris, we hear you in the background. You already know. You keep the buttons moving, man. Yeppa.
Appreciate it.
That's right. Keep on
Salute, man.
Late.
All right, man. Hold it down.
See if you can also find I think there was like 3 super chats up in there. I don't know if they've been lost in the wind.
I think they're lost.
They don't get lost, Chris. They gotta stay. See, go. Keep going before we see. No, go. There should be 3. Hotline.
Set a private number.
Yeah, private numbers.
Why you push Starsky 7, dog? You ain't got to do all that, fool. We ain't gonna call you back,
Yeah,
homie.
pretty much, bro. I go ahead. Hotline.
How you doing? Glad you guys are doing this little episode here for people to be more informed about it. I think it is so crucial for people to know their rights, the rights to make fight and all that other stuff, correct?
Absolutely.
Correct, yeah. What sucks is that even if you know your rights right now, they're breaking the law, dog. They're violating our rights.
They are.
That's what sucks.
That is very true, and that's why it's important, that people do record some of this stuff.
Right.
But you can't beat them on the streets, but you can beat them in court.
Right. Also,
Okay. Go ahead.
before I forget, I just want to like say something real quick. If it's legal for them to wear masks, then it's legal for us to wear masks.
Okay.
They have a new app that has facial recognition right now.
I seen that one.
Put your masks on. And
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because I was trying to make this post the other day, and I'm not saying that violence is the way to go, but sometimes that's the last choice is what it needs to be. And
Right.
I'm not saying that people should go there. Now, one of the things that I've noticed that people will do when I ask them this question is it my right to protect somebody if they don't identify themselves? They'll tell you to still call the police. They try to steer around it. But if you really want to protect them, you could block them in, or if you know you're right, you could keep yourself in safeguard as well as those other people. You guys get where I'm going with this?
yeah, I was wondering that. Honestly, that was something that I was real curious about. But go ahead, because I think you're going the same route.
Cholo, do you understand what I'm saying?
Like basically, what you're saying is like if I don't know you're an official, like
Exactly.
a cop,
If anybody
then I should have my rights to defend myself because you're not identifying yourself. Now, if I ask you identify yourself and all you're doing is wearing an army fatigue with a mask, I should have a right if you grab me, basically to knock you out.
And they always say I got
not
a warrant,
only
and they
that.
never show you a warrant.
Right.
Exactly, and it has to be a signed warrant by the judge.
And that sucks because I don't want to tell like my people like
Yeah,
square
of
up with
course.
them because that's obviously not gonna help us. But you're right because there has been people who have been kidnapped by fake ICE agents. There have been women who have been assaulted and
Yeah,
murdered.
bounty hunters. So that's why I'm getting at. So my neighbor right here, they're pulling up in the truck, and they're coming out with their mask and everything. And like I've seen in cameras, people they're not getting arrested for it. They're up there saying, "Identify yourself, and they're not identifying
Yeah,
themselves.
no, it's
correct?
scary stuff, bro. It's like illegal on so many levels. It's straight
So-
racial profiling.
That's why I'm saying.
So we should have a right. We should have a right to defend
After you
ourselves.
after you tell them, identify yourself, and they don't, you tell them this. I'm giving you one warning. Identify yourself. I'll be forced to protect myself and individuals you're kidnapping.
That's the
legal.
exact same thing I thought
that's a
about
good
doing.
one.
And I don't want to tell you, but that would be the right
Because it's
and
violent,
legal
yes.
thing to do, right? But we're not
Yes.
we're not even in a realm to where they're considering us even legal, dog. Like anything
But I
that
mean,
we
I
do
think-
right now is like look at the guy who got arrested at Walmart. Like the little
Right.
kid who got arrested at Walmart. He was taken into custody for a couple days. And there was no due process. There was no. I don't know if they're gonna be able to sue the state, the
They're gonna
feds
try,
or whatever. But there's no accountability right now, dog.
Yeah.
So
there isn't.
And
If
that's why if I dress up as a cop, and I pull you over, and I don't identify myself, that's I'm breaking the law.
right.
Facts.
So that's why you call the cops if you want to call the cops, if that's where you want to go with it, and they're not going to show up at any time. But if you block them in with your trucks, because these people be going to lowrider shows, they be going to Dodger games, I'm sure they can help their people out.
Right.
This is coming from somebody who I didn't vote for Trump, but I was for the guy because that party seemed the more reasonable party to go with. Because either way, both parties are screwing this country up for our own people. Okay?
Right,
One
right.
keeps us back, one tries to act like we're going forward. So all
Right.
I'm saying is just trying to give people an idea that they do have rights if they just look into it. The same rights that these other people have that they've used against us all their life, it's our rights too.
Right.
It's in the paper, it's in the documents. Like, I don't know how people don't see this. And instead of being ignorant, use their own laws against them.
Yeah,
Well,
but-
a lot of our people are scared too.
But they also try and they don't care, bro.
That's true.
They're just I don't give a shit what you say. They're just
'cause
grabbing
I've seen
them, bro.
people get their windows broken, get taken
Yeah,
out of
bro.
their
They're
cars.
they're throwing those flash bombs in people's cars that got kids in them, bro.
Yeah, due process is not a thing right now.
Then don't get mad that Gil voted for Trump. You know? You know what I mean?
He had to throw that one in there. He had to throw that one in there, bro.
Hey,
So y'all,
all right, Cholo. Though.
I appreciate it,
you
fool.
guys are doing. All right, guys. You guys
Thank
have a
you,
good one,
brother.
man.
all right,
Hopefully the
blessings,
work-
carnal. Blessings. Thank you for
Oh, so
calling.
we got Raider Tommy, $2 super chat. There was a $10 super chat before that. If you could put it up again, I'll remember. Salute Gil and Duende. G Moses.
Salute, Moses, salute.
And there was one we missed in the very top because the conversation was so good.
It's too far gone.
Yeah, I hear you.
Don't let me go that far.
Perdió.
Se perdió.
Te
Se
perdiste,
perdió.
carnal. Te perdiste.
Hotline. Hey, can you turn down your TV or whatever you got on there, my man? 3. There you go. Turn it up, Chris. Turn it up. Or maybe it's this guy. Oh, we got Duende in the building. Homeboy, what's good?
Was cracking.
Was cracking like him, big dog.
Because this is way.
Who we talking
Cookies
to?
at?
Who we speaking with?
I'm speaking with Chewy from Compton.
Oh, Big Chewy from Compton. What's good, homeboy?
Chilling right here, big dog, on the 300 block.
That's right. This is that fool that went viral. Remember when he called? He said, hey, "I'm high as fuck. Come pick me up." He's over here. I'm on Compton. He got a
To the ambulance?
yeah, with the ambulance. That's Joey.
That's one of my favorite
got
fucking
it,
reels
you
right
got
there.
it,
He's
you got
like,
it.
hello.
Yeah.
Don't be coming down there with all the fucking sirens and shit.
I'm fucking high. That's Big Chewy right there. What's up,
Yeah,
Chewy?
big dog.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
fool,
what's
you
up.
chilling, fool, watching your
Hey,
podcast.
this is really
you know,
him,
you
though?
going big.
I was about to ask him what
What's
happened
up,
to his
big dog?
finger,
That's
dog.
the homie that calls every once in a while. What's good at Compton, though, Carnal? Talk to us, homeboy.
Yeah, big OG right here chilling, you know, just watching your podcast. You guys are vibing, you know, y'all got with the business, y'all.
Appreciate that, homeboy. Yes, I was way. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you, homeboy. You got any questions for Duende, or you just came and just tapped in and say what's up?
You just tap in, just say what's up, OG.
Oh, yeah.
That's right,
what's up,
homeboy.
dog. Thank you for fucking tuning in, dog, for supporting and shit.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, don't trip, OG.
That's
you
not
too,
gonna.
stay up.
All right, homie, late. Yeah. But every time he calls you, he reminds me of that guy, bro.
Yeah.
He sounds like a nice and fucking grifo
I
out.
wonder where that fool's at.
I just saw something where they showed that fool in the joint somewhere, fool, and they showed his picture like maybe 2 weeks ago. They say, hotline.
No, American Cholo, these motherfucking J. Amador.
Oh, trucha con J Amador. I heard you made some grub, fool. Ni me trajeron comida, güey. Me dejaron aquí nomás.
Se me olvidaron los tacos, güey.
What's up,
No,
fool?
I put them en la mesa, güey. Se lo olvidaron y me los tragué a la verga.
Ah, pues a huevo,
Sí,
güey.
Hey, they're fire, though. This
I
fucker's
bet.
down, dog.
What's good with you, though, Playboy?
Nah, right here, dog, you know, just fucking listening and shit, dog. Just see me, dog, you know, fucking Duende right here at the house otra vez.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I
Shout
mean?
out to J. Amador, Norwalk.
That's right,
Hell
homeboy.
yeah.
Salute.
Hasta arriba.
Ya sabes, güey.
Hell yeah, dog. Hey, al rato los voy a mirar ahí en el estudio, carnal.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'll see you at the studio, big dog.
Ahora, me escuchó, a ver cuándo
Duende.
me pones ahí, güey.
¿Cómo?
He wants to come back. Homeboy. I had him do the thing. Yeah, we'll get you in here for don't even trip.
I was about to be singing to us all night
That's
right now.
not way.
Hey,
I'm going to be singing tonight, dog, so pull up.
yeah.
That's right. Where you heading? Where you guys singing at?
At the studio, bro. I can't put it out there right now, but I'll send you a message. I'll send you a DM, you know?
Yeah. No, hell no. I'm gonna be fucking sleeping. For I work tomorrow, fool. I gotta pay
Gil goes to
bills.
sleep like at 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
dog.
I gotta pay bills, fool. All right, Jay. Appreciate you, homeboy. Shout out to Norwalk.
All right,
man.
man. Órale,
That's
saludos,
right, brother.
gracias.
Late.
All right, late.
We got another Brujeria 49 super chat.
Brujeria.
Brujeria, way. I don't see anyone in Mexico protesting against the Mexican government. Everyone is happy in Mexico, or what?
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. They protest all the time.
protests.
They protest, but they be smoking you over there. Over there, it's not America over there. Over there, you protest against the wrong person, fool. You'll find yourself hanging from a bridge, carnal, like on some major shit.
All 7 of you.
So, hey, so you think this fool eventually will try to go in and try to go into Mexico and bomb some cartels before he leaves?
Trump?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. At this point, I don't doubt it, fool. Before, I would have been like, nah, no. Pero ahorita, güey, este güey le vale verga, güey. This fool's
But nah, Mexico's backed up by a lot of people the United States don't want to fuck with.
hotline.
Que rollo, que rollo.
Yo, how you doing, my boy?
What's cracking, G? Who we talking to?
The shy boy, my boy. It's Gil's homeboy.
Oh, what's up, big shy boy? That's my humble shy boy, man.
Shy boy.
What's good with you, Playboy?
Right here, bro.
Salute,
I'm working,
homie,
big
salute.
dog. Hey, salute, my boy. Hey, man, hey, I'm really enjoying this podcast, my boy.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
what's
dog,
up.
that knowledge, my boy. Hey, man, damn, dog, I'm really feeling that, the whole deportation thing, bro, it's starting to hit at home, bro. Now they're talking about we're going to be going after the firstborn citizens.
Yeah,
They're-
that's me.
They're
dog.
talking some weird shit like that, yeah.
That's me right there, dog.
Hey, no, you know what, dog, honestly, bro, like, we've been talking, me and my wife, she's trying to get all stressed out.
Right.
I'm just trying to get knowledge. My bad, bro. I'm working, dog. So I'm
No,
running
get your
up and
money.
down. I'm just trying to get knowledge and stuff, bro. You know, like what's something I should read and stuff like that, my boy. You know, to knowledge myself so I can be prepared out here, bro. You know, just in case of anything, big dog.
You know what the fucked up truth is, and I hate to say it, dog. Like, educate yourself by all means, right? Law, history, even religion, because there's a lot of history in religion. But what's fucked up, dog, and it hurts to say, is that no matter what our knowledge is right now, no matter how much we know, no matter how much Latinos we have legally, in office or whatever. None of that shit seems to matter right now, dog. This seems to be a blatant attack on the culture. It's not about legal status. It's not about criminals. It's about we are not welcome here anymore, which is crazy because this is our house too. You know what I'm saying? But we're being made to look to the people who haven't came across too many Mexicans to look like criminals, like they did the black community back in those days.
So let me ask you something, bro. How do I fight this, bro? I mean, what do I do in the situation, bro? If I get
I would say right now you're a citizen, right, Shy Boy?
Yes, sir.
I think before that even happens, you would get months of some kind of acknowledgement that it will happen. Because right now, what they're trying to do is, I would think, it has to be where the natural born citizen or citizen of let's say they would call it an anchor baby. At that point, it would have to be from the minute that the Supreme Court rules it on. They can't sit there and say we're gonna go back, because that means we're all out of here, bro. Even Ivanka, what's her name's baby? Trump's son was born to her. And she's an anchor baby.
That's what I would think, right? But if you listen to what he's talking about, it's not what he's saying.
Well, if that is the case, then it's time to fuck this place up, bro.
I'm
saying it, bro. If it comes to where they're saying, no, if you're a citizen, we're going back and we're deported. No, then it's time to fuck this place up. Right now, so far I'm saying, no, people, don't do that. We'll protest. But if they do that, no, bro. At that point, they're just going to get rid of everybody.
So his question is, like, what can he do to fight that? Like,
right now, just work and do your thing.
Right. Educate yourself and educate your children.
Because if you're gone, Shy Boy, I'm right behind you, fool. I'm probably in front of you, carnal.
Hey, this is what I'm saying, bro. Do you think it's gonna come to like a revolutionary war or something?
I truly believe that if they win the 14th Amendment one and they try to retroact it where it's everybody who was born to immigrants who didn't have papers at the time, everybody's going to lose their citizenship. Yeah, I would say there would definitely be some type of civil war.
It's either going to have to be that. It's either going to have to be that, what you're saying, like a war, or it's just going to be another Holocaust.
Yeah, there's going to be some.
Our choice.
Yeah, you think? Hey, but let me look, dog. Before it gets to a Holocaust, bro. I mean. Look, man. I'm like on a peaceful path, right? Like I'm over here, I'm chilling, I'm trying to be a family man. But look, dog, I just like I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. If I get like pushed against a corner or something, big dog, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm talking about. Right, and before it becomes a Holocaust, my boy, like it's gonna be all bad.
We're
bro.
not a Holocaust culture, dog. We don't have that blood in us. Like I feel like I don't know too much because I wasn't there, but I feel like when they say peaceful protests and peaceful demonstrations, I think that's what the Jews did in Germany, and I don't think it worked out. I think if there would have been a pushback, some type of pushback, like sometimes, yeah, dog, I don't agree in protesting with violence and none of that because that's not the message we want to send. But fuck, sometimes, dog, that's the only
listen,
time.
I don't either at all, bro. But if we were to come to them, come out flat out and saying, hey, we are taking everybody who your parents were here illegally, you know, that'd be half of Los Angeles. Yeah. If you go back into the history, that's what is it? What do they call it? Ethnic cleansing right there. All day long. That is ethnic cleansing. They're doing like, or no, then it's at some point like, no, now you guys are tripping, bro.
You heard the term remigration from Trump on his last speech. So that's what it means, ethnic cleansing, just in a more political.
Yeah, so if they're going that route, bro, at that point it's like, yeah, they're gonna try to send it. No mames, way, no mames. This is the crazy part to me. We're willing to go to war for a country in the Middle East because the Bible said 3,000 years ago, these are the chosen people, they come back. We've been in this country for all these years and never left. So we're the chosen people here, but but you guys gotta go. But they can stay. Like, come on, bro. To me, it's like, no, we're here. The people that are citizens here, they're citizens. You can't go back and rewrite the game. And if that's what they're trying to do, then yeah, we've got some bigger fighting.
This motherfucker wants to prove a point.
Hey, dog. You know? all I gotta say, my boy, hey, this shit is getting real, dog. And there's people who are talking about, that shit won't affect me. I'm a U.S. born citizen and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
that's one thing I wanted to speak on too. Is those people? I see. I'm not gonna mention no names either, but I seen you have some guests on here too that said that shit don't affect me. You know, my family's generations here, and those are the people, dog, that I look at like, dog, what a piece of shit.
Oh, I'm gonna reach out to a guy who's majorly known. He's a Mexicano, and he feels that way. And I gotta have him come on here to fucking jam
I see
him up.
rappers
Like,
say that shit, homie.
Yeah, that's
if you're a
that's
rapper
crazy.
and you had a platform and you came on any fucking podcast show and you said something like that shit don't affect me, and that's your way of fucking
Looking at it.
of thinking of
Thank you.
Yeah. What's up, Shy Boy?
Hey, my boy, look, dog. When I go over there, dog, to your podcast, we'll talk about that whole Israel stuff, and we'll finish talking about this conversation.
For
I
sure.
gotta go, my boy. All right, my boy.
Get
Hey,
that money,
let's have
Shy
a
Boy.
good-
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. All right, man.
Hey.
Shy Boy's ready, dog.
Oh, Shy Boy, yeah,
that's
the
what the
homie.
fuck I'm talking about. Like we need to be on that tip. Like I don't know what to do, but if
Yeah.
we find out, I'm ready. And I think that's the problem. Is a lot of us don't know what to do or where to go.
Right now we don't. Right now we're still kind of figuring it out. But with you coming on here, it's perfect. Like I said, because you're sitting here telling people, stop worrying about who voted for that, what party. Right now we're on the same fight, homie.
Right.
Hotline.
Good evening, gentlemen. How you doing, Joe?
Who's this? Where you calling from? Sounds like you're gonna scold me
This
right
is
now.
This is Abel from Bell.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I know it. Hey, Abel from Bell, what's going on, brother? Talk to us. This is gonna be a fun one.
Hey, listen, I see your guests' points. They're really they're really good.
But
on some of that, no, there's no buts. There's
Okay,
no
good.
buts
Okay,
because I think he has a lot of good points there.
Right.
And for those people that are saying that it's not going to affect them, I thought the same thing. You know, I thought the same thing. Like, hey, this shit got nothing to do with me.
I remember.
I was born here. But you see it up front and close and personal, bro, and you see it around your communities. Believe me, it will affect you. Sooner or later, they're going to get, your tia, your uncle, your primo, or something, and then you come talk to me and tell me, hey, that shit didn't affect me.
And even if it's not like you personally, I feel like the people that say that, right, it doesn't affect me. Like, what type of spirit are you to look at somebody who looks just like your mom and be okay with her treating a certain way because of a certain paper? Like, that's a piece of shit. And I'm sorry to say that, but you're on the wrong side of the energy. Like, you're dark as fuck for that. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we all have a right to, be secure. But if that's how you look at shit and you don't feel some type of way in your stomach, that says a lot about you.
Exactly. It's a different feeling. Like I said, I would never thought that we would be at this position.
I don't think anybody did.
Right.
And be here. And like Gil said, we didn't vote for this shit. I'm right on. I can identify with some of that. And it's not being a Republican or Democrat because I'm also like not declared for any of them. It's just like we thought that he was going to have a different point of view, but this dude really took things really sideways. And for the people that say that this shit got nothing to do with them, they said 68 million people
65
to
million.
that Florida thing, Everglades shit. That's 68 million of us.
Yeah, that's us.
Everybody.
And these are not random statements. These are statements that are
they're testing the waters
to throw out there and to the public. These are not just anybody saying these things.
There's no other race in America they would be able to say that about except us, bro.
Right.
Straight up.
Correct. Now, my second point on this, well, at least the point that I have here, my understanding with this whole thing with the citizenship is, I know that was written like back when with slavery, and that's where they kind of made all the rules and regulations and all the bullshit that they put into that. But the reality is that what they're trying to say is that if your parents were illegal and they had you, then you're not a U.S. citizen because your parents were illegal. If your mom was born here and your dad was not born here, then you take the gene of the father because that's the strong side. So you were not born here. If you're a naturalized citizen, then you're on the same boat as everybody else. That shit could be taken away from you. Right. And even if you have like 2-3 generations, my boy, they're working on it. They're working on taking your shit away.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, they're trying to just completely get rid of raza in America, bro, like on some major shit.
We're going to go through some shit.
Like they said, 68 million for their crocodiles, bro.
Yeah,
and that puts us all on the same boat. So we all need to figure out what to do. And I guess we're going to be like Zapata. We'd rather die on our feet than, live on our knees.
That's right, homeboy.
Right.
Hey, my man, I appreciate the phone call as always.
Thank you guys, and great program. But
That's right. Thank you,
bro.
brother.
Thank you.
See, I've been seeing people, and most people that call, regardless of what political side, they're all on the same thing. Like, wait a minute, this is nuts, fool.
Right.
Hotline.
¿Qué onda?
Pa, Duende, ¿cómo andamos?
Andamos bien, güey. You're on the air. What's up, dog? What's on your mind?
¿Qué onda? Aquí andamos de Santa Paula, California, compa.
Chao.
Pero aquí andamos. Aquí
what's
andamos,
up, that's
nomás
what's up.
un chingo de placer para saludarte y saludos, compa.
Eso es todo, mi
compa
carnal.
American Cholo.
El compa cholo americano, güey.
Ya te la sabes, compa.
That's right. Hombre, shout out to Santa Paula. ¿Qué dices, carnal? ¿Cómo estás? How is all this ice stuff? ¿Cómo te está pasando con esta madre de ice? ¿Cómo la ves?
Está cabrón, la neta.
Cabrón.
It is, bro. It is.
That's that Mexican phrase to cover everything.
Yo tengo
Está
vatos que
cabrón.
ahorita ni están viendo el jale. And they're right, bro. Están todos
Right.
paniqueados. They're staying at home.
Está cabrón, la neta, Pero, órale, un chingo de placer, un chingo de gusto.
Igual,
Saludos.
mi carnal. Igual. Thanks
Gracias
for
por
the
la
support,
llamada,
dog.
carnal. All right, hung up, Chris. He's gone, Chris. Yeah, dude, everybody. But I've got this one guy in particular I want to get in here, bro, that he's fucking super right, super this, and I look at it like, bro, you tear it down. What's wrong with you? Like, how did you forget that? Like, I get being all pro immigrant, but at some point it's like, no, fool. It almost reminds me of the slave that becomes the house slave, and he's seeing all this shit happening to his people, and he's just like
in the house, shit, like.
Yeah, like, no, bro. At some point you look at it like, no, wait a minute.
Think now we're in an era, dog, where accountability is just a trend for nobody to have accountability. Back in our days, we used to apologize, sometimes throw down with each other when we were wrong. And then after you throw down, it's like, all right, carnal, boom, boom, and you get closer. Nowadays, people don't want to face that. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be corrected. Nobody has the respect of guidance. You know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism. That shit doesn't exist no more. So now when you tell somebody, like, hey, I think this is wrong, it's offensive.
And it shouldn't be offensive. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Like you said, like, listen, when I see like these older guys out there, right? I think of my father-in-law. Though my father-in-law's retired. He works around my pad all the time, bro. He is Mexicano. Que he's still, I think they barely bought him some new one. Till this day, he'll still get the old school fucking work clothes that he used at work. And my cuñados be like, Dad, really? Like, put on another shirt. Like, hey, that's his fucking work shirt. He goes out there and he's working. I imagine my father-in-law's out there working on the yard, because that's his thing, bro, around my house. And imagine some car pulling up on him, and ¿Dónde eres? This is an older man.
That's how you have to see it.
That's how you see it, bro. I'm like, I don't want these fools pulling up on my father-in-law like that. And then the ladies, that's my mom, bro. Like, that's what we're gonna look at.
See every person that's out there like a
hotline, absolutely.
Que rollo.
What's going on? Who's this? Where you calling from?
This Spider from Kansas City.
That's right. What's up, Spider? Talk to us.
Kansas City.
Now I was seeing. Do you guys know how many people have been deported this year?
This year, I would probably think. What do we got?
I'm looking it up.
Maybe
66,000.
Yeah, I would have thought maybe like 100 and something thousand. Yeah.
Those are people that have been deported. How many people have been arrested?
How many people are in detention centers?
Well, if they're citizens and they're getting arrested, then for that they could sue them easily. That's an easy case. They're just making us rich.
You would think that, right? But it's not working that way right now. But how many? Do you know how many arrests we have, whether they're illegal immigrants or citizens? Just how many arrests have been by ICE? I think it's like in 100,000. Jug.
Are you saying detained or arrested?
Detained means you're sitting in jail, though.
Well, detained is detained for
Not necessarily.
I'm talking about arrested and processed. Well, not processed because there's no due process.
Let me ask you this though. So, what are you going with the number of how many have been deported?
Because when Obama was president, it was way more than that. And nobody wasn't doing shit about that.
No problem. I got an answer for you on that one. All right.
Yeah.
When Obama was president, yes, they were deporting a hell of a lot of people, and I'll tell you exactly why. First of all, the reason they were deporting so many people is that's when you had the big crash of 2008. Because I stopped working for a while. There was no more construction work, so this was like, let me get him out of here. This is the difference. Like even Duende said earlier in the podcast, he's not against deportation. Neither am I. Neither are the majority of Latinos. If you ask them, hey, do you think people should get deported? Yeah, if you fucked up, you should. But for them to go after 70-year-old men and start knocking them on the ground, that is the problem we're having. For them to go up to just day laborers, that is the problem we're having. If you're going to go and deport people who are breaking the law, which they say now, DUI, domestic violence, get your money. They put themselves in that position. Pero si vas a agarrar el señor que nomás está caminando just because he looks illegal, like, no, bro, that's racial profiling.
Obama deported, I think, 3 million, something
maybe like 5, bro.
Like 5, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know the number, but I know
deported
it's double of what these fools have done. But you know the difference, and I'm gonna tell you the difference. I'm gonna tell you the difference, carnal. Is Obama was sneaky about it to where he didn't have to alterar a la gente, güey. There was no hate for Mexicans or raza when Obama was deporting all these people. Why? Because he did it slick. He was your friend. He smiled in your face like a bunch of fucking people that I know in this industry. They smile in your face and then they fuck you in the end. And that's exactly what Obama did. Now Trump,
it's because all the media, 95% of the media is Democrats. So they're not going to tell you what he's doing, and they're going to make Trump look worse.
That might be true, but we know the facts.
Yeah, but
and I'm speaking on the facts, not necessarily because I don't believe media no matter what. I don't believe the left or the right media.
At the end, you still have to have some accountability for how you're running this thing. When you're making a place called Alcatraz, alligator Alcatraz, you're mocking people, bro. They're always crying for the judíos at this, but you guys are making a place called Alligator Alcatraz, and you're laughing at people, and you're posting stuff saying the gators will eat up to 65 million people.
And not only that, but look, like I know, like I always said, fuck Obama because of the deportations that he did. He did it very slick, like a pimp. But here's my thing, dog. You can't sit here and point a finger at somebody else who did the same type of damage that the president is doing. They're two different things. You know the difference why this is making so much noise? Because our civil rights and human rights and American citizen rights are being violated. That's why this is loud.
Hey, I heard you. I heard you guys talking about defending yourself. But what you're going to defend yourself with when you guys got the worst gun laws in the country, and that's because of the Democrats.
Who's you guys?
So if you're telling people to vote,
do you want me to
stop voting for Trump, that means we're voting for Democrats.
Do you want me to school you again, buddy? Let me school you again, all right? The gun laws that we have in California were brought to you by a very famous governor that used to be an actor. Can you name him for me yet? He became one of the most favorite presidents, in American history, Mr. Ronald Reagan. Mr. Ronald Reagan, while he was governor of California, made those gun laws because he was afraid of the Black Panthers, the Chicano movement, and he wanted to unarm the people. So do your homework, homie. The gun laws
they got worse.
No,
they got worse.
Sorry, the gun laws in California were made because of a Republican, bro. I just wanted to put that out there.
They got worse after that.
But my thing is, are you basing what we should do or what we can do or what's happening on what party was present? Because you lose me there, dog. If you start sitting here blaming or everything that you say is because of this party or that party, like me and you both know Obama's a piece of shit, and me and you both know Donald Trump is a piece of shit. So what's the argument? Like, what are we comparing?
So when you're telling us to go against Trump, that means you're telling us to vote Democrats.
I never told you to go against Trump. I told you to
then what are we
fight for your rights?
Then what are we supposed to do?
If it's Trump,
then what are we
or if
supposed
it's
to do?
anybody, dog, you do what you have to defend yourself.
I'll tell you. When he said, "Don't worry about either party," let me ask you this before: are you okay with what they're doing out there right now? Are you okay with that? Do you think that what's going on in LA, going after people who are working, going after old men who are at the bus stop, going after people who are walking through Home Depot, going after people coming out of the market, do you think that is American?
The shit that I'm hearing, I don't agree with that. But a lot of it is hearsay.
No, we have videos every day, bro.
It's not hearsay, dog, because I just went to jail for that shit, and I experienced. So you're not. You can't
you
tell
went
me
to jail for protesting.
I went to jail and I was treated with. I was
no,
treated
but you
very
went to jail
inhumanely.
for protesting.
Could be,
right?
Could be, yeah. But what I'm telling you is
but
the shit is out there real.
That's not what I'm saying.
So what are you saying? I'm trying to understand what your point is.
I'm saying you guys are saying that they're out there deporting people's moms and people's U.S. citizens and all this. That's not really happening. That's not really happening like that.
No, they're
Where
paying.
do you live?
Arkansas?
Where do you,
I live in Kansas City.
Kansas City. Okay, maybe that shit's not happening in Kansas City, dog. But you're not gonna tell the people of LA
Yeah, it's happening.
that this
over
is
here,
not
bro.
happening. Like, how dare you sit there from
I
the
can
comfort
look
of
it
your
up.
living
I mean,
room?
you can
don't
look
care
it up
what
and
you
see.
look up. I don't care what you look up. I don't believe anything that you look up because you can look up things from both sides. But what you're not gonna say is people that I'm out here with that have lost people already, that there's people missing. What you're not gonna tell them is that it's not happening.
It's happening.
So either you have, a common decency and empathy for the people who are going through this. You can disagree, or you can sit here and get your stance, sit on your stance, and be the person you are. But you can't be both. You can't sit here like you're for values and the American way of how we're used to being, who we are, and then be okay with the shit that's going on in LA.
Facts.
But
or
I'm
try
not
to say
okay
it's
with that.
not
But
happening.
there's more issues that besides the immigration that Trump is doing way better
What
than.
we're talking about right now is the violation of law. We're talking about people kidnapping elderly people. We're talking about people kidnapping kids from elementary schools. So how dare you sit there?
Show the videos. Show the videos of that.
I'm not going to show you the video, my G. I'm not. You could go watch whatever news channel you
on
watch.
IG, it's,
So you just want me to believe you?
I don't care what
so you just want me to
That's
believe
the
you?
thing. Here's the thing. Here's what you guys don't understand. Here's what you guys do not understand. That nobody cares about your emotions. I don't give a shit how you feel, how you think this is going
I'm
down
not
or
emotional
Hold
at
on,
all.
dog. Let me tell you, respectfully. And I'm not telling you this because I'm attacking you. But I don't give a shit if you agree or if you think that what I'm going through is real. People go through shit all the time, and they don't sit there for validation on if you think I'm going through it or not. We just get through it. Okay, so right now in LA and on the West Coast, we're fighting a war. Do you think for 1 second anybody in LA or anybody in my position or anybody in their position gives a damn about how you feel? We're out here every day watching our people get kidnapped. So anything
I'm not
that you
talking
have to
about
say
nothing about
is
how I feel.
irrelevant because those are feelings that you have. These are things that you think that you know because somebody told you. And I could tell
So
you
what
from
are you
jump,
trying to tell us
I
to
was
do?
in the middle of the whole shit, and people out here in the middle of the whole shit. So you're not going to tell them what you heard.
What are
I'm
y'all
gonna
trying
tell
to
you
get
what I
us to
lived through.
do?
Okay,
Voting wise.
I got it. Voting wise, right
When
now.
it comes to voting,
hold on.
what are you trying to get us to do?
Hold on. Right now, voting wise, it's 2 years away, bro. Okay, really. We'll see where we're at then. Right. What I'm trying to get with this is like Duende saying, F whatever party you voted for. He's actually the guy that's more in the middle ground saying, I ain't worried about it. If you're standing up for our people, I support you, right? And to me, it's this. Get us on the same page. So in other words, when this thing comes out in the next week, 2 weeks, month, whenever the labor unions are gonna protest and boycott and not go to work, then you don't go to work those 2 days. That's what I'm doing, bro. At least I'm
But
trying.
there is the reality is there's two parties and we have to vote.
There's not
for
two
one
parties,
of them.
dog.
You can't just
There's two cults, and as long as you keep praying to one and worshiping one, that's where you lose, and that's where you lose me in a conversation.
So then what?
I can't even take you
Hold
serious.
on, but right now you're talking about a two-part. We're not talking about two parties. Right now we're just talking about in
So
general.
then what are you trying to tell us to do then? What are you trying to tell us to do?
Boycott when they say let's boycott these days. That's it. That's all. We're not asking you to go out and run and boycott.
Me, I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you to live with values, dog. Have some type of empathy. Have some kind of backbone for what you stand for. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? And if that's who you want to carry on your family, what are they going to think that you did your whole life? Just work? Make a difference in this country, big dog. We all can work. That's nothing to brag about, homie. Every fucking American in this bitch works. So when people tell me, oh, I work, I don't give a shit. You're supposed to. Don't expect a fucking round of applause. What I'm saying is, what are you doing to change what's going on right now? We're the best country in the world. Well, we used to be. Used to be the best country in the whole fucking world. And you know what's fucking it up? And so people like you guys who sit here and think about parties or what did the Democrats do and what did the Republicans do? That's where you guys are so fucking brainwashed, dog. These people are so brainwashed that they can't think outside of that box.
It becomes a cult.
Because you have to go with one, though. You can't just not vote and then let the other side. They want you to not vote.
But that's
They want you to not
But
vote.
we're not talking about votes right now. We're talking about what can we do now for our people.
No, but that's what you're talking about. Because if you're telling people not to vote for Trump, then you're telling people to vote for their side.
He didn't say not to vote for nobody, bro.
I don't know where you're.
But that's what you're saying when you're saying that. When you're saying that, that's what you're saying.
What we're saying is this: like me, I voted for Trump. I disagree with the policy completely of what he's doing. I completely disagree. I'm not a cult follower who be like, well, I voted for this. No, I do not agree with them going after people who are hardworking people. When we got Trump in, we bragged about he's got 14 felonies, and we thought that was the coolest fucking thing.
Let me ask this dude a question.
Yeah, sure.
What are you gonna do?
That's a long pause. Bro. That's a long pause.
You right there on the phone. What are you gonna do, big dog?
What am I know what I'm not going to do is
No,
go
I didn't.
fall for
What are you going to do?
So that's a fair question.
I could think of a lot of things that I'm not going to do, but what are you going to do?
About what?
Thanks for the call, caller. We'll catch you on the next one, brother.
Yeah, we got it. One thing I'm not gonna do is go back and forth like if we're fucking Cowboys and Raiders, dog. Like we could argue that shit all day.
See, but
if
that's
you
what
want
happens.
facts, I could bring facts.
That's what happens.
But people don't want to get out of that element. They will want to drag you into like, what did he say? You got to pick one side. Nah, perrito, that's where you're mistaken.
No, you don't.
They
Not
made
right
you think you had to pick a side, dog. Have faith in yourself.
Hotline.
Hey, how you doing? It's about time I can get in this.
Is this Carmine? Who's this?
Carmine ain't able to get in ever. What's going on?
What's going on, Carmine? Long time no hear, my man. Talk to us.
I'm loving the topic. The guy's getting emotional. I can appreciate that. I voted for Trump. I don't like a lot of the stuff he's doing. You're not going to like this, my friend, but he's getting a lot of the grime out of here, which a lot of that stuff has affected my family in a lot of ways, brother. But at the same time, he's an idiot, bro. He's taking hard workers from people, from schools, and then he's trying to say that it's in the name of
freedom,
make America better, but he's not.
Yeah, these are
That's
facts.
not America better, bro. How is that? Because like you, I have my GB98 contractor's license, and 90% puro Mexicanos, bro.
Sí,
they
güey.
work, they're there at the job. I never have to babysit them. They know what they're doing. And so do my white guys and my regulars. They're all good, but what I'm saying is the Mexicanos, bro, they're the backbone of this part of America. New York and all that, my Italian side, they were the backboard, and they were going through all that a long time ago. The same thing. But what do you think we can do? I heard him tell the last caller, what are you going to do? What can we do? Tell me, because I would love to know. What can we do?
The only thing I can think of is the first move comes through communication. There's no, you can't move as a unit unless the whole unit communicates. Mm-hmm. And when there's people like Homeboy who just called, they don't want to be part of the movement. They'd rather be part of the opposite.
You're looking for an excuse.
I think what's important, dog, is first of all, understand that right now we don't know what to do. And let's tell each other that. Because the idea has to come from fucking somewhere. We have Latinos in Congress. We have Latinos in office. We have Latinos all over the politics. Latinos who are willing to help out. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm a gang member from the 90s, dog. And I now it's like I love my community. I learned what I had to learn, dog, but we're a powerful organization as far as Latinos and as far as the streets go.
For sure.
We have a lot of influence. Educate yourself, share your experiences with the next generation, accept the next generation. We're always quick to criticize whatever comes. Like, I don't give a fuck what generation you are and what your style is and what your fucking lingo is. Like, we're all raza. It's time to stop that shit. It's time to stop sitting here with the fuckery and be divided because some fool dresses this way or some fool says the N-word on this side of the country or some fool, you know what I'm saying, wears a different fucking color than I don't give a fuck. Like, at this point, dog, the bigger person is going to tell you, like, none of that shit matters because they're attacking us. We have the same common enemy. And the reason we're fighting is because of them. Once we realize that and we come together with the street knowledge and the intellectual knowledge, there's no stopping us, dog. We're going to go through some shit. And if you guys are sitting here hoping we don't go through shit, I'm sorry, dog, but we're about to go through some shit. And it's either you fucking bajas la bandera, güey, or te pones los pinches boots and we sit there and we stand firm.
And like I told,
we're only here for. Go ahead.
I've been telling all my people for years not to depend on the government. Give the government what they ask for in taxes, so they're not on you. But do not depend on the government. Right. No matter what, where, when, your hustle, get your hustle, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Not depend on the government
Everybody
because they're
has
not
a hustle.
going to take care of you. They don't listen. Nobody was never really listened. You know, it's all about EBT, staying at home and partying and getting welfare and
It's a
having
different
baby
era
mamas.
now, though. Remember that also. Like us as OGs, dog. Like we can't sit here and not take accountability for how we raised our youth.
Yeah, in fact.
And I'm not talking about just our kids, homie, but we're from the block, we're from the hood, and there was other kids in our same hood growing up without us telling them how to do the shit right. And we're sitting here at home because we're like, nah, pues ya, wey, yo, yeah. I don't want to fucking go back to prison. I get that.
Yeah.
But we can't sit here and act like we didn't have something to do with it because there was nobody to lead these youngsters. Who led these fools? The new generation of fucking politics.
Yeah. Or
Showed them how to use their phones and stay at home.
The internet.
You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to all the little youngsters that learned to hustle from technology, from everything that's coming up new, because we didn't teach all that. We taught y'all how to hustle, how to sell drugs, and how to get forward on your hustle, then build a business,
Right.
work hard. Now these motherfuckers like shots out because you fools found a way on how to, you know.
Something they have, bro, on this.
Yeah.
Millionaires using the phone. Millionaires using the phone nowadays. Millionaires off the video.
Right.
But one more thing.
Sure.
Because I tried to get on for about 5 shows now, and you know, it's hard, man. This guy is getting too popular. We need to, I don't know, pull him down a little bit. Or give me a
when they try to cancel you get a little more popular.
They try to cancel me every other month. Fool. What you got,
But
Carmine? Come on.
let me tell you, because, you know, it's about the situation. Homeboy was talking about adult, you know, the adult situation. All I'm going to say, Carmine equals Alex equals Anna. Look that shit up, then you'll know.
I don't know if I want to, bro.
You'll know. He was asking about that entertainment.
Right.
It was so big in Palm Springs. That's where they used to film 90% of everything in Palm Springs, and I lived over there.
All right, Carmine, we're going to go down that rabbit hole later on, bro. You're scaring me over there. I appreciate the phone call.
I just throwing it out there.
All right, for everybody to see. That might, I don't know what that is, Chris. Don't type those in, Chris.
Yeah, don't type it in.
The computer might blow up, man. Food stamps in Section 8 was a goal for lots of people. Now it's going to be gone, and it's all gone for the past. Well, it should be something that it helps people out, gets them back on their feet.
Section 8?
Yeah, anything like that,
Y'all
bro.
gotta understand this. Like, read this shit right. I mean, I know that you guys, again, from both sides, we keep hearing news, and when one side tells you, they make it look very bad. When another side tells you, they make it look very good. They're not taking all your shit, dog.
Yeah, no.
They're taking for the people who take advantage. And let's be real, a lot of motherfuckers take advantage.
For sure.
If you really need it, you'll probably still get it. And if you don't need it, hustle. And
Who's this? Where you calling from?
Coming from Charlotte, brother.
Oh, what's up, my man? Talk to us.
North Carolina.
Chilling, man. How you doing, Tumbado?
Hell yeah. What's up, G? Right here.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nah, man. I was about to crash out right now, dog. So I was just wanting to talk to somebody right now.
You want to tell them good night or what? Fool?
Yeah,
like
you're
on the bed right there with the pillow and shit, bro. Like I want to talk to Duende.
What's a bedtime story?
Bro,
It's like about to be 12 over here, huh?
I was just outside my sister's house, yo, and you know, they got into a fight or whatever, and they're both drinking and get crazy and shit. So I didn't know what the fuck to do, yo. So
they got in a fist fight, way.
You know, like you get into a fight with your girl and you're fighting or whatever. But this is my sister, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah. Don't get involved in that shit, bro.
You guys got the domestic
and bro,
violence
like
on the East Coast and shit.
It's old. They're older, you know what I mean? They're not young. So I want to go over there. I went over there to see what I can do, and you know what I mean. Like, what can you do if they love each other? You know what I mean?
No, they're gonna end up cussing you out, bro. They're gonna look at you and say, "Fuck you! Why you over here in between us?"
So that's why you know I started thinking it before I crashed out, because you know regardless, that's my sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, player.
Tell them we said what up,
she's
dog.
not alone. So I just want to talk to somebody and see what the fuck to do. But yeah, man, I was over here listening to you guys, and I take you guys everywhere. It's fucking when I go to work, you know, you're right there in my ear, you know.
Heck yeah.
So,
appreciate
I
that,
appreciate
player.
Yeah, and I was overhearing you about what people can do. You know, people can give you likes and put you on the algorithm, and you know,
for sure, all that helps.
Sign petitions.
Right.
We're all numbers, you know, and we got to use the numbers more than anything.
Absolutely, brother. And we're all over the country, homeboy.
That's right, dog. That's right.
Appreciate
And,
the call, player.
have a good night, man. And,
You
fuck
too, big
Bama.
dog. Good night. Ya duérmete, carnal. Tienes que levantarte temprano mañana.
All right, we'll take one more phone call, Chris. I'll take one more phone call.
Caller, last caller of the night.
Let's
You're
see.
on
Let's see
the
what it is, homie. Let's see if it is. It better be a good one. Right, Tommy got the forklift right there. Esa West Best got the chancla right there. Right, Tommy got the American Cholo. Yeah, I thought Tommy's gonna stop following me, bro. He said, "If you voted for this guy, don't fucking follow me anymore." I said, "Damn, Tommy, like that, fool." Nah.
Tommy, Raider Tommy?
Yeah, no.
Raider, shout out to Raider Tommy. He does a lot.
No, somebody tagged me too. That means you, American Cholo. I said, damn, homie, like that. I said, fuck no. Tommy ain't follow me. I ain't following him either, homie. Crash out. Only got one life. Let it fire. Oh, dude, yeah, the fireworks stuff this week, bro. Hey, there was all kind of crazy stuff on social media this week.
Yeah.
You had that guy 4Extra blow his hand off.
Damn, do you see that fool
Oh,
shit?
that sucks, fool. Oh,
I don't fuck with fireworks, dog.
No,
I
see,
don't
no
give a
way.
fuck.
No.
I don't like. Nah, I don't.
I like the little bullshit ones, like the ones you throw real quick, but the ones you buy at the actual shops where it's not.
You don't fuck with those.
The
either?
M80s? No, my man's way. No, I already like have heard enough stories
We
where.
be lighting them little kid fireworks.
Yeah, bro.
Little
Yes.
fountains and shit. Nah.
Those M80s or whatever, they should make the wicker like
Longer.
this. Yeah, for like dynamite or
I
something.
think some people be hitting it with the torch though. I seen somebody hit it with a torch. He says,
Oh, yeah, that'll do it because you gotta. Yeah, you gotta just barely light. Oh, they have certain things that's just for lighting those things at the tip without
be careful on 4th of July, all you guys.
Yeah, he seems to blew his hand out. You got
I don't mean to laugh.
lefty gunplay, total his car up a few miles up there. I think where the 14 and the 5 and all that meet. Total loss, bro. Like, I mean, you see like a little piece of white in the car and the rest is all charcoal. It just burnt. You got Sleepy, got into a big old car accident, homie. This 4th of July.
On 4th of July?
Yeah, on 4th of July.
Call an Uber.
Call an Uber.
Don't
bro.
drink and drive.
Yeah.
Call it. Yeah.
Y'all were celebrating 4th of July hard as fuck. Or we're just getting drunk, no fireworks. I thought LA would like cancel fireworks.
No, bro. Put up. It's just like nobody's canceling the Dodgers. For they want to cancel every small like this one.
What's
chick.
up with that? Like, are we canceling Dodgers? And
Listen,
mean,
I'm for they should boycott the Dodgers because the Dodgers. During the fires, they gave the Palisades $100 million. The company, right? About 3 years ago, they gave a chimpanzee place where they sanctuary $7 million, fool. And they gave the Cholos $1 million, fool. So Los Pinches Changos are worth more than the Dodger fans, bro. But the Dodgers fans won't give them up, fool. It's like a cult over here.
Look, Dodger fans, I got some advice for you guys. If you guys could go 6 months with just watching it on TV, it looks better on TV.
That's what I'm
anyways.
saying.
The tickets will go down, fool. And then they'll start letting you bring food inside again in the purses.
Oh yeah, it's expensive, bro. Hell no. Right now, it's like
they be checking your purse right now.
Everything, bro. Everything, bro. It's like I think $15 or $18 for a tall boy.
You guys gotta get those tickets back.
No, you go to a Dodger game with 2 people to have a good time. I think by the time we're done with the tickets, like $500. $600.
Oh God, to see the Dodgers?
Yeah. Remember before
I'm
like,
not a Dodger fan, dog.
Well, remember it used to be like $12 seats, $20 seats. No, it's like $100 something bucks.
And the hot dog used to be cheap as fuck.
No way, ahorita it's like you're going to a 3-course or 5-course meal at a gourmet dinner or something.
That's crazy.
So it should even give them more. Hey, we could boycott them and probably bring our prices down, but they won't. Fool.
You guys are fucking loyal, huh? Dodgers fans. You guys are loyal, dog.
Y también se robaron la tierra in Chavez Ravine, fool.
Yeah, I remember that.
They don't care, bro.
I remember that.
But that's why when people try to like, you know how many people bang on me that have Dodger like gear on and they're in their little profile picture.
Dodgers became like a mark of LA, like the whole. How you gonna get rid of Dodgers and still throw that sign up? Like,
well, we're just not going to the games. We're not doing this, so they can help. But people, nah, bro, they love the Dodgers. Fool, hey, even fools getting deported. The Dodgers,
with the Y and shit.
They don't give a shit. All right, Chris, let's get some outro music out of here, man. Hey,
before we go, I want you guys to know that
you got your time. Take your time, homie. We got the last call. We got the last call, Alfin. Let's see what we got. Hotline. It's the last call. Make it worth it.
Hey, what's going on, American Cholo?
What's going on? Who's this? Where you calling from, Playboy?
This is Jose from Bakersfield, man. I can't believe I got through.
Oh, Jose from Bakers. What's going on, Carnal? Talk to us.
Hey, I want to say what's up to Duende, man. I'm a big fan.
G?
That's right.
Thank you for supporting, dog. Much love.
Yeah, I remember gang banging in the streets right here in Bakers, bumping Duende shit, man. That shit was motivating. representing the card, and I know it's not all about that no more.
Don't go blaming me for any crimes you committed with my CDs, dog.
Hey, that shit was hard, my boy. They don't even make like on this music no more. That shit went hard as fuck.
Appreciate that, dog. Appreciate that.
Hey, Duende, I appreciate everything you're doing for the raza too. I look up to camaradas like you too, man, and I just wanted to say what's up.
That's what's up, dog.
It's an honor to say what's up to you, my boy, for real.
Nah, that's what's up. I appreciate you, dog, and everybody who's been supporting me for, you know, my trayectoria, dog. Like, you know, you guys know me, and you guys know I try to be as genuine as I can, you know what I'm saying? And like this shit right now that we're going through is fucked up. So if you guys support, like, you know, support everybody.
Now's the time.
And and I'm with you on the. I don't vote for any side. You know, I could vote too, and I didn't even vote this time because I knew it was bad, bro. You know, because I like my guns and shit to him, but I'm like I knew it was all bad with that gaba. So
right.
We'll just see it, But all right, man. Well, hey, Duende, it was a pleasure saying what's up to you. All right, America Cholo, I appreciate you too.
Appreciate you, homeboy. Appreciate the call, carnal.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Before we go, I also want to say that we're collecting donations from Vegas and in LA. What we're doing is we're taking clothes. We're taking, you know, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Shoes to the people who are getting deported. I got my homeboy Spanky down there in Tijuana who's assisting. We got a lot of people involved here.
So what do they do? They go to your IG and hit you up right there, like, hey, homie, where can I donate some clothes and stuff?
I just got involved, dog, because the homies from Vegas, a bunch of truck clubs had already some clothes.
Okay.
So I got involved, and I got a bunch of other people involved. You know, so down here in LA too, ahorita que vine, there's a lot of people trying to donate.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you up. I finally got my passport, bro. I'm finally gonna be able to go out of the country, bro. So I'm gonna me and my wife are planning to go out there to you know, Baja California, and I'll get some clothes out there and let me know where it's at, and I'll get some people.
Definitely, I'll plug you up with Spanky, and all of you people who follow Cholo, he's part of the movement. You know, he's gonna help out as much as he can. So if you guys want to bring him some shit as well,
for sure.
It ain't about size, it ain't about color, dog. We're here to clear that shit up. The only color that matters is brown, dog.
That's right, homeboy.
So much love, respect to all my people who's still, you know, fighting the fucking fight for the cause, and you know, regardless
one love, cause none that's how it is.
Shit, hell yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate all you guys who tapped in today. Everybody in the chat, everybody who super chatted. Whether you agree with us or disagree with us, homie, we are here to have the conversation, homie. We are under attack. I know some people don't want to see it that way, but I can't sit there and look the other way when they're getting people that look like my father-in-law, look like my mom, look like my brother, look like my tío, look like my coworker. Come on, homie. At some point, we got to take a stand, homie. And our stand is, hey, we're Americans. We're human beings. Don't treat us like trash. Don't treat us like fucking we're some invaders, homie. We are your neighbor. And with that being said, appreciate you guys. God bless. You guys have a great week. Late.